Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What up? What up? You get me, Robler? Yeah. I don't even know. The baby is up in the building. What is going on? I see you. I want to hear that. Wait 1 second, guys. I ain't been here for a little while. And how is everyone? How are we doing? My brothers and sisters, bam. It's your boy Nikina Nikana. وأنا جواي قاعدين نفهم دون هدينا نبرن ونبرن دونان. Yes. What is going on? I don't know, man. The baby. What's this? What's this information you're trying to give me out here, man? I need a link, man. I need to see something, man. I need to see the delil for this one. Man, I'm moving nuts. Out here still. Some early morning accusations. Wow. Wow. So yeah, what up, my brothers and sisters? You already know Somali speakers. Like I said, وأنا جواي قاعدين نفهم دونان هدينا نبرن ونبرن دونان. Welcome. If it's your first time, please hit up the like button, hit up the subscribe button. It goes a long way. Let's push it, man. Let's get to 4,000. Let's get to 4,000 soon. That's the target. 4,000 soon. We're halfway there. 540 something. You know them ones. So we gotta push it. Remember, push it. Baby. So yeah, man, he's done 6 months on the wing. What? Man said he. Are you bringing out the baby? Where are you getting this information from, man? He's on to Robles. Man, I'm making mad accusations, man. He said, man, did 6 months on the wing. Aye, that's a big accusation there, yo. I don't really rate that. Man is slandering that, man. That is pure slander. Let me pin up the link for anyone. So if you guys want to get involved, participate, get active in the conversation, the link is in the chat. Just letting your brothers and sisters know. And do you know what? Yeah, I had a mad conversation today. Innit? It kicked off. There was like 100 or so people in it, and we were talking about. I'm gonna be real. We were talking about kabil. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Don't be shocked and all of that. But we had an interesting conversation about kabil today, and it had me thinking. So I want to, like, it's Tokyo Talk Tuesday, so we're just gonna be flowing with the conversations. You get me? It did say it just dropped down, no cap. I want to see that delete, man, because you're slandering PM Robler right now, and don't let the boy KS come up and see this, man. They're gonna cause mayhem, man. They get choked it. What are you chug Neo? You get where I'm coming from, my brother. But listen, like all these things that's a mad accusation. But you're throwing me off sidetrack. Like I was saying, yeah. So today we had an interest. It was heated. It was nice. It was a debate where from more angles, and mainly the topic was. I think the topic it said that has the diaspora given up or given hope, and then it metamorphosized the Kabila, and it was kind of interesting to hear some good points from all across the board. Mashallah, some brothers and sisters, some unique takes. I don't know why my lighting is not working usually. Yeah, so I thought to myself, let me see what this fuss is about. So I'm going to ask the Somali speakers audience, you guys as well, and all of y'all. What's your take on Kabila in 2021? Lineage, history, we're talking your lineage, your tribal ancestry roots. Is it important? Is it necessary? I think a lot of people got it twisted. So I thought, you know what? Let me bring out something that kind of breaks this all down, kind of breaks it down who's who and what is going on. Now, my second question is, should people identify with the region they're from and the area they're from or the city So that kind of caused a lot of madness. So it's very nuanced. It was a very, very beautiful conversation that we're having. It did get heated, so you know how it is. So it got heated. There was about 100 and something people watching as well. So mashallah, good turnout. And there was a lot of questions asked. Less answers, but there was a lot of questions. You know how Somali do, we throw questions at each other, and when it comes to kabil, it's always a bit techy and a bit sticky sometimes. So, plus, I saw a speech from the boy Madowe. We're gonna watch Madowe's speech as well today, so I want you to focus on Ahmed Madowe's speech that he just made as well, and we're gonna be watching a video about Abasa Tech. Congratulations to all the studios in Abasa Tech. But I love to start off with something really, really wicked. You know them ones. What's that? No, I don't know. I don't know. Stop Zilla. Winter, come on. Why don't you come on and be a man instead of ala alka? Yes, sister, family tree. Selma, my wallah, family. How you been? How you been? Winter man is crying, he's complaining, he's saying someone's blocking me. But you know, it's the mods, man. You piss off my mod squad, bro. They're active, they're on job. You get me? Some of the times when you go down, you know, big up the mod. Like Salim, my sister son was the first mod up in the building. You get where I'm coming from, G. So, but you know how it is, like, you know, we don't Walidinta Ma'aino, Deen Man'aino, and what else is it? What is it? Walidinta, Dinta. أولادها زو الموضوع معانا ومتش عليه أي دينك كلا زو متش علينا مش لو قاعد because that gives us excuses you know دين تنلعب so أبي أبغى scale on so وأنت man I don't know what you did to cheese off my mods the mod squad so yeah so like I was saying so anyone that's really let me rewind and start where I wanted to start this conversation this way innit yeah. If anyone's got any other topics or anything they want to decide or any links or anything they want to bring up or bring awareness to, jump on. You already know what the link is. The link's in the chat as always. But yeah, anywho, let me get back to my subject that I wanted to discuss. I don't know who that person is. Muntar. I don't know who you're arguing. I don't know what arguments you got. But Allah ya'lam, man. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, man. So as we were getting into it, so we were having this interesting debacle. It was on Clubhouse anyway, and it got spicy. It got nice. So I thought to myself, what is kabil? Is kabil necessary? Is it something that we need? Look, everyone has a lineage. Now we see the rest of the world. You know, some people in the world right now, like they're dying. They claim everything underneath the sun to be theirs. We see. I don't want to name names. You know, you get where I'm coming from. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, breathe easy. 90s baby told you to breathe easy, man. Kick back. Relax yourself, man. Relax yourself, young man. Winter man. You get me? So, yeah, so I wanted to get into this, man. I wanted to see the Kabil lineage and how did it start and where did it manifest. But before I get into that, yeah, I wanted to congratulate all these brothers and sisters from Abasa Tech. Recently, they got a little scrutiny, but Abasa Tech, so big up the brothers and sisters. So I'm going to play them. Congratulations. I think they're from my hometown. You know, I had Gaza all day long. You already know where the boys from. You get me? Yeah, man. So I want to big up them, man. There. Yeah, so, boy. On cable TV.
tani waa munaasabad ballaaran oo ay ku qalin jabinayeen in ka badan 300 oo arday oo dhammaystay kulliyadaha kala duwan ee jaamacadda Abaarsata gaar ahaan waxbarashada heerka koobaad ee digriga loo yaqaano iyo heerka labaad ee afka qalaad loogu yeero master's digriga waxaana ka soo qayb galay ku-xigeenka madaxweynaha Somaliland xubno ka mid ah golaha wasiirada gudoomiyaha golaha wakiilada ee Somaliland iyo mas'uuliyiin kale ugu horreyntii waxaa halkaasi ka hadlay gudoomiyaha jaamacadaha Abaarso Axmed Xuseen Ciise iyo sidoo kale gudoomiyaha jaamacadda Abaarso ee gobolka Togdheer gaar ahaan magaalada Burco waxaana ay sharaxeen ardayda maanta qalin jabinaysa iyo sidoo kale waxyaabihii kala duwan ay soo barteen iyo marxaladihii ay soo mareen
jaamacadda Abasa Tech markii aanu bilownay waxaanu ku bilownay 23 arday oo kaliya maantana waxa ka baxaya 300 oo arday baa ka baxaya horumarka ay jaamacaddu gaadhay waxaa ka mid ah in ay gobollada dalka intooda badan maanta ka furan tahay markii horreysay waxaanu gaadhsiinay jaamacadda gobolka togdheer burco ayaanu ka furray burco maanta waxaan aad iyo aad ugu faraxsanahay in dufcaddii koowaad ee ka qalin jabisa digriigu uu maanta inala joogo halkan oo ay ka baxayaan jaamacadda sidoo kale jaamacaddu waxay ka furan tahay ceerigaabo weli arday may gaadhin inay ka qalin jabiyaan farca ceerigaabo laakiinse waxaan rajaynayaa inay dhowaan iyaguna inagu soo biiri doonaan waxaa kaloo sidoo kale inoogu soo biiri doonaa faraca saaxil ee berber ka furan oo kal dambe 2 kulliyadood oo ka midi ay ka qalin jabi doonaan jaamacadda abaarsateeg ku salaamo idinna hambalyeeyo waalid iyo ardayba aan idin hambalyeeyo dadaalka weyn ee soo marteen waxaana rajaynayaa ardayda ka soo baxday jaamacaddu inay u noqon doonaan sidii cabdishakuur axmed oo kale inay jaamacadda ambaasador u noqon doonaan
runtii farxad bay noo tahay dadaal dheer ka bacdi inaanu soo saarno midho muddo dheer la sugayey abaarsa tech university campuskeeda burco oo sanadka ay ka baxayaan markii ugu horreysay arday digriya dhammaysatay iyo sanadkii saddexaad oo ay ka baxayaan arday post graduate oo heerkii labaad ee jaamacadda masterta diyaarisay jaamacadda abaarso oo eegaysa baahiyaha fidinta waxbarashada ee dalku u baahan yahay waxay sanadkii 2017 ay qorshaysay in jaamacadda abaarsa tag la geeyo qaybteeda burco oo markaa baahi weyn loo qabay qaybta post graduate-ka masterta
maanta runtii waa maalin farxad leh waa maalin aynu u dabaaldegayno halgan iyo dadaal dheer oo ay soo galeen ardayda horteenna fadhida oo ay in badan oo qayrkooda oo maanta halkan aan la joogin oo la bilaabay fasalka iyo kalaasyada ay ku dheer yihiin ayaynu ugu hambalyaynaynaa inuu alla ku guuleeyey iyaguna dadaalkoodii la yimaadeen hambalya baan leeyahay
geesta kale xubno ka mid ah golaha wasiirada Somaliland oo uu ka mid yahay Maxamed Kaahin Axmed wasiirka wasaaradda arrimaha gudaha ee Somaliland Siciid Sulub wasiirka wasaaradda xanaanada xoolaha wasiir ku xigeenka wasaaradda waxbarashada agaasimaha guud ee wasaaradda tiknoolajiyadda agaasimaha guudda tacliinta sare ayaa iyaguna halkaasi ka hadlay waxaana ay u hambalyeeyeen ardayda maanta qalin jabinaysay
maalin runtii farxad leh oo dhammaan inteena halkan maanta joogtaaba aynu la wadaagayno farxadda ardaydan qalin jabinaysa waa munaasabad aad iyo aad qaali u ah agaasimihii guud ee aamine waa runteeda marka ay tiri waxaa lagu khudbadeeyaa mar walba dadka mustaqbalka berrinta madaxda noqonaya baa ka mid tihiin markhaatiga koowaadda waa iyada jaamacadday ka baxday maanta qaranka marxaladdii u sarraysay iyada oo agaasime guud oo wasaaradeeda bay halkan joogtaa intanna waxaynu rajaynaynaa inay difcadaha dambe iyaguna dadka shahaadadaha u qaybinaya ay noqdaan
balyadan inaan ka soo qayb galo nasiib wanaag bay ii tahay oo gobolkii Maroodijeexo qurana markaan waraystay aanay ahayne caasimad ku-xigeenkiiba halkan ay ku bahoobeen marka wiil iyo gabadh waxaan idiin rajaynaynaa khayr waydin hambalyaynaynaa
tacliinta sare waxaa sharaf u ah maanta inay aragto 300 oo arday oo cusub oo ku soo biiray aqoon-yahanka Jamhuuriyadda Somaliland
waxaan u hambalyaynayaa ugu horeyn ardayda maanta qalin jabisay ilaahayna waxaan uga baryayaa inuu aqoonta ku anfaco
sidoo kale isna waxa halkaasi ka hadlay gudoomiyaha golaha wakiilada ee Somaliland Cabdirasaaq Khaliif Axmed
nolol qabow iyo meelo uu ka shaqaystay heli karayay oo dalka dib ugu soo celiyay aqoontii uu bartay waa hambalyeynaya waan uga mahadnaqayaa shaqada uu qabtay waxaan kaloo runtii uga mahadnaqayaa sidoo halkan ka xusay mas'uuliyaddii ay saareen duruuftii adkayd ee aynaan u diyaar garoobin ee aynaan aqoonteeda iyo tamarteeda midna lahayn ee rabbi keenay iyo dowrkii ay ka qaateen inay soo saaraan kawaadir dalka badbaadadiisa qayb ka qaata oo runtii la odhan karo waa mas'uuliyad inta garata ay yar tahay aad iyo aad baad ugu mahadsan tihiin
gabagabadii waxaa munaasabadaasi soo gabagabeeyey madaxweyne ku-xigeenka Somaliland waxaana uu hambalyeeyay ardayda maanta munaasabadooda loo fadhiyay
maanta sharaf weyn iyo farxad bay tahay inaan ka soo qayb galo qalin jebinta ardadan qiimaha badan leh ee ka qalin jebinaysa jaamacadda abaarso ee isku jirta labadii digrii first degreegii iyo second degree isku jirta aad iyo aad bay sharaf iyo farxad igu tahay dhammaanteenna way noo tahay maanta maalin farxadeed aynu soo dhoweynayno 300 oo aqoon-yahan oo ku soo biiraya saaxadda aqoon-yahanada somalilan ilaahay mahaddiisa kolka hore ilaahay baa mahad leh
300 ee arday ee maanta ka qalin jabiyay jaamacadda abaarso dadweynihii munaasabadaasi ka soo qayb galay waxaa si weyn indhahooda u soo jiitay gabadh maqalka naafaka taasi oo ka mid ahayd ardaydii ka qalin jabisay software engineeringka laakiinse mas'uuliyiintii dowladda ee ugu horreeyay madaxweyne ku-xigeenka somalilan ee munaasabadaasi ka soo qayb galay ayaa u ballan qaaday inay heli doonto waxbarasho bilaasha ilaa inta ay sii wadanayso waxbarashadeeda sidoo kale waxay sheegeen inay u diyaarin doonaan deegaan ay gabadhaasi shaqo ka hesho sagal beldeeq axmed honkibel t v hargeysa sidoo kale waxay sheegeen inay u diyaarin doonaan deegaan ay
Yes, X in the building. Echo, Wonka Salame. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Winter's a madman. He said, yeah, babe. I agree with you, man. Yes. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, sorry, no, I was playing it back. Yeah, man. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. You hear me? Yes, my brother. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, man. So that was it. So I just wanted to big up all the brothers and sisters, the 300 RD that graduated from our Barca Tech, man. Allah bless you. Big up. That's a good achievement. I love to see anywhere. But, you know, sometimes it's good to see positive things, man. You know, the ones, my family in the building, Musa. Yeah, so like I was saying, we had a I'm gonna kick off Talk Your Talk Tuesday with this topic. I thought, you know, let me just bless up with them, big up all Somali achievements. So got that over and done with. I wanted to speak about my boy Maxi Rodriguez knows with this topic. So we were speaking about kabil and how prevalent is kabil at 2021 in it. Yeah. So I thought, let me bring out this chart. You guys look at it. And let me see how accurate it is. What you guys think and your thoughts on? I want to know, Kabil, is it necessary? This is where I wanted to go for a little bit. And like I said, to any brothers and sisters that want to discuss any other topic, come through. Let me know. The mods, if you've got videos to play, put in the link. Y'all already know how we do. It's our channel. We work together on Slush Up, and we make this channel pop. Links in the chat as well. So again, please, again, HBO special. Help a brother out. Help the subscribe. Help the like. So I've got this video, like I was saying to you, brothers and sisters, dadweyne aan dhammaanteen video casharad yaro khatar baan helay so you know qabiilkay kala fasishaa waxay kala tustaa you know the one so aan yara daawano let's get our focus together can have a little something to eat get myself a little you know bi'ad whatever you know how it is, man. So let's play this and let me know what your thoughts are on this and how accurate this video is going to be. So I hope it teaches us a lot. So anyone that doesn't know anything, you can learn. I can send the link. I will leave the link in the chat as well.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh wa anigi markale Cali Usmaan Cabdulle iyo in uu kula wadaago fikrad ahaan qabiilada Soomaaliya ama Somali la isku dhaha runtii Soomaaliya waa dad ku nool geeska Afrika waa dad Islaam ah dhaqan ahaan iyo diin ahaanna isku mid ah sidoo kale ku hadlo hal af oo kala lahjad ah lahjada Maay iyo lahjada Maxaatiri sidaan wada ognahay Soomaalida ka dowladda ay ku ahaana isku mid ah sidoo kale ku hadlo hal af oo kala lahjad ah lahjada Maay iyo lahjada Maxaatiri sidaan wada ognahay Soomaalida waa 86 qabiil oo hoos tago 8 qowmiyadood. Marka waxaan rabaa inaan usoo kala qaado habka dowladda ay ku qaybsadeen, habka Djibouti loogu soo sameeyey, iyo habka dowlad walba ay Soomaaliya ka bilaabatay Cabdiqaasin Salaad Xasan ilaa iyo Farmaajo. Ka hor qabiil wuu jiray, balse hab ka duwan ka hadda maanta jiro ayaa ka jiray waddanka. Marka waxaa jiro dad aan ogeyn Soomaalida inta qabiil ay tahay, oo dad u maleeyo hawiye daarood keliya, dir iyo raxweyn keliya. Marka waxaan rabaa inaan kula wadaago in Soomaalida intaa ay ka badan tahay, oo ay tahay 8 qowmiyadood, 86 qabiil, 86 qabiil ku abtirsada 86 qabiil ku abtirsada 8 qowmiyadood. oo haddaba ila arag sidaa aad aragteen waxaa jiro 4.5 wax la yiraaha oo hadda dowladda lagu soo dhiso, haddii qaldan tahay iyo hadday saxan tahayba. Marka walaal Soomaalida intan keliya maaha, oo hadda adigaba waad arki doontaa afartan hadda hortaada ka muuqato waa afarta la yiri, afar baa tihiin. Kuwo kaloo ku xigo kuwan oo aan ku sheegi doonana waxaa la yiri 0.5 ayaa tihiin. So kuwan la yiri afarta ayaa tihiin oo waa dhammaystiran tihiin ayaan ku bilaabaa. Ama si kale markaan kugu sheego, dadkan waxaa loo yaqaanaa landheerayaasha Soomaaliya, oo waxay haystaan hub iyo dhaqaale qabiilada kale tabarta yar oo la yiri 0.5 ayaa tihiin dheer micnaha ama ka sarreeyo. Adi qof markaad deris aad tihiin qof oo adiga aad 5 wiil dhashay, qofkaasna uu 1 wiil haysto, micnaha kee landheera ah kee langaab ah. Haddii wax waa la qaybsanaa la yiraaho, see wax loo wada qaybsanaa? Masis oo micnaha jinjin ma wax loo qaybsanaa mise wuu kaa badsanaa qofkaas? Marka aniga waxaan rabaa siyaasad ahaan 4.5 inaan horta qabiil kugu fahansiiyo, ka bacdina hab dowladeed kugu fahansiiyo. Oo hadda sabuuraddan hadda hortiina ka muuqato waxaa ku qoran day 1 day 2 oo waxaan ugu talagalay 20 beri seminaar ahaan in horta aan ku tuso siyaasadda Soomaaliya. Ka gudubtaas meeshan waxaa ku qoran hawiye, daarood, dir iyo raxweyn. Waa 4 qowmiyadood. Qabiilada ku abtirsadana meeshan ay ku jiraan. Hadda hawiye waxaa ku abtirsado habargidir, abgaal, mursade, duduble, shiiqaal, moobleyn, hilibi, ujeejeen, wacdaan, wadalaan, baadicadde, murulle. Intaas waxaa la isku dhahaa hawiye. Oo waxaad la yaaban tahay gaal jecel iyo waxaa ka maqan xawaadle. Gaal jecel iyo xawaadle maaha hawiyo, waa ilma aayo. Dadkan ay waxay yihiin ilma habreed oo hadda aan soo sheegay. Marka dadka waxay ku qaldaan gugundhabe inay yihiin. Maaha gugundhabo, gugundhabe ayaa abti u ah oo maamo kale ayaa laga dhalay oo ilma saransoor ka soo jeedo. aan ka soo jeedo aan dhihine ilma saransoor ayay dhashay. Marka maamadaas waa maamo oo la dhalatay jidle, nimankan baadicadde aabahood ayay la dhalatay. Hooyadaas ayaa waxaa guursaday saransoor nin la yiraaha. Sidaas ayaa marka gaal jecel, dagoodi iyo masarre haddaad maqasheen lagu dhalay. Xawaadlana sidoo kale maamo kale ayaa dhashay oo ilmo mudulood la dhalatay, oo ilmo mudulooday walaalo yihiin xawaadle. Xawaadle haddaad maqashaan waa mayla Soomaale maaha hawiye oo irir Soomaale ah.
Monday.com Work Docs is a new kind of doc. You don't just write with it, you create entire workflows with it. Work Docs are connected to all.
Okay, ka gudubtaas daarood haddaad maqashaan waxaa la yiraahaa ogaadeen, majeerteen, mareexaan, dhulbahante, hortable, dashiishe, faaciye, kaskiiqabe, galamays, leelkase, warsangeli. Daaroodna waa intan. daaroodka runtii waa dad markaas isla dhashay. Waxaa jiro sida leelkase oo kale islama dhalan. Leelkase maamo tanada la yiraaha oo la dhalatay niman la yiraaha sada daarood iyo kabalalax daarood, nimankaas ayay la dhalatay tanada haddaa maqshaan maaha nin, waa naag. naagtaas waxaa guursaday oo ay u dhaxday maylo Samaale nin la yiraaha. maylo Samaale marka xawaadle iyo leelkase wuxuu ka kala dhalay 2 naagood. xawaadle wuxuu ka dhalay hooyo mudulood kasoo joodo, leelkasena wuxuu ka dhalay hooyo tanada daarood la yiraaha. soo odigii markuu dhintay leelkase oo nin yar ah, hooyadii tanade ayaa la soo tagtay, waxay la soo aaday reerkooda. oo marka daarood ay wax qaybsanayeen, wiilkanana waxaa la dhihi jiray waa ina tanada daarood ayaa sidii wiilka loogu bixiyey. leelkase daarood maaha, waa wiil la dhashay hawiye, waa wiil la dhashay xawaadle oo maylo Samaale waaye. hawiyahana ilma adeer ayay yihiin. marka leelkasaha reer abtigiis maadaama uu la soo koray, asaga hadda ayaga ayuu ka mid yahay. oo haddaa weydiisaan leelkase xawaadle maxaa isku tihiin, waa uu kuu sheegi doonaa oo aniga waxba ha i dhibsan. haddaa rabto xawaadle weydii hawiye maa tahay dheh, wuxuu ku jawaabaya arag. hawiyaha waa uun gaashaanbuur ahaan ayuu usoo galay maahe, hawiye maaha, laakiin waa ilma adeerna waa yihiin, ilma habaryarna waa yihiin, ilma aayana waa yihiin. okay, taas ka gudub. waxaan aadaynaa dirta waxay ka kooban tahay gudabiirse, isaaq, surre, gaadsan, dabruube iyo bimaal. dirta haddaad maqashaan waa intaas. surraha waa faqa cumar, faqa cabdulle, nimankan maaragtay feerfeer agteeda ilaa dhinacaas dhulsamareeb degan, waa niman surro ah, waa taqaanaan, waa Somali. dirta runtii intaasay ka kooban tahay, dhibkeedana ma badno. waxaa ku soo haray raxaweyn oo markaas u kala baxdo 2 qayb. runtii raxaweyn way ka badan tahay Soomaalida kale, balse waxaa jiro siyaasad ahaan niman jareer la yiraaha oo ayagana raxaweynta kasii badan. jareerta dadka waxay u maleeyaan dad yar, balse way badan yihiin oo intan way ka badan yihiin. raxaweynta waxay u kala baxaan macaliweyne, hadame, joroon, hariin, eelaay, luwaay, jilible, gasaar gude, geelidle, hubeer, leesaan, boqol hore, gawaaweyn, heladi, haraaw, yantaar iyo asharaaf. waxaan maqlay asharaafta in aysan ahayn raxaweyn oo ay dhaqan ku tahay. Soomaalida waxay dhahdaa leesaan duqowday, asharaaf ayay isu bedeshaa. runtii waxaas waa wax jiro. Soomaalida waxay ku mamaahdo maaha wax beenbeen ah, waa inta badan waa wax jiro. runtii haddaad maqashaan afarta la yiri, afarta awoodda leh ee Somali share powerka ah, waa afarta hadda aan soo sheegay arkaysaan. marka walaal, aniga maaha qof been ka sheegayo, oo haddaa rabtaan waad ogaan kartaan siyaasad ahaan 4.5 waxa laga wado. hadda waxaan rabaa inaan aado qaybta 0.5ka, dadka lagu tilmaamay 0.5ka oo la yiri waxaad tihiin idinka dad aan dhammaystirnayn. sidaad arkaysaan qaybtan kore, dadkan waxaa la yiri 4 ayaad tihiin oo idinka waad dhammaystiran tihiin siyaasad ahaan. dadkan hoosena waxaa la yiri 0.5 ayaad tihiin. 0.5 micnihiisu waad fahmi kartaan, ma dhammaystirid waaye micnaheeda. waxaan rabaa ayagana waa 4 kale, waxaa loo yaqaan kelmad ahaan laangaab. dadka laangaabka ah oo calashaan laga tiro badan yahay ayaa laga wadaa. halkan imow, waxaa jiro gardheere, mayle oo xawaadle aan kusoo sheegay, jareer iyo minority clans waxa la dhahaa. okay, halkan imow, ilmo gardheere haddaad maqashaan waa garre, ajuuraan, awrmale, tuni, garjante, dagoodi gaal jecel masare ciise irdho dabare intan waxaa la isku dhahaa ilmo gardheere oo waad arkaysaa hadday badan yihiin iyo hadday yar yihiin iyo hadday laangaab yihiinba waad arkaysaa mayla samaale oo xawaadla ah waad arkaysaa haddii uu laangaab yahay hadduu laandheere yahay kolley dadka wax qaybsado dowladda qaybsado ayaa la weydiinayaa taas jareer waa reer shabeelle intare shiidle makane mushunguli eyli jenoole majindo mayasa makua mayawo milima wardey iyo baajuun intaas waa jareer baajuunta waa jareerta cadcad niman qurxan ay ku jiraan sida ajuraan oo kale jareer way leeyihiin jileec way leeyihiin bimaal haddaad maqashaan jareer way leeyihiin jileec way leeyihiin okay dadka minority groupska haddaad maqashid waxaa la yidhaahaa shanshi gobron dami morshe musederi yibro tumaal galadi bagadi jiido gaameedle camuudi gudbane baafadal bartire carab saalax iyo galgale intan waxaa la yidhaahaa minority groups waxay iskugu jiraan kuwa Soomaali ah iyo kuwa aan Soomaaliba ahayn oo shaqaba ku lahayn Soomaalida so walaal waxay ila tahay in aad fahantay qaybtan ah laangaab iyo laandheere
The man said Langabia Landera. I'm done. I've been hearing too much of that Langabia Landera, them Langabia Landera tools. Guys, what do you guys think of it? Let me know. What you guys think? What you guys think of what he was saying? Man, my mobile is onto smoke, you know. Mobile, you've been smoking some people in the comment section, you know. He's been saying minorities this, minorities that. I think the guy maybe he was a 0.5 himself. Out of Salah. They relate. I don't know who they are as well, man. I've never heard them people in my life, yeah. So what do you guys, ladies and gentlemen, think about that video about the kabil? If you just missed it. We were playing a video, guys, about so I'm breaking down the kabils and who they are and where they're from, and again, like I said to you, there was literally a 4-hour debate kicked off about this subject. You get me, my brothers and sisters? 4 hours by the squad stay. We just kicked off it, and then we got a bit technical, and then yeah, my brother, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, brother. How's it going?
How you doing, my brother?
Good, bro. Good, bro.
Yeah, man. Just missed it. Sorry, I hate coughing on the mic. You just missed, what's it called? A video about some guy breaking the kabil down there.
What was he saying?
Just breaking it down and trying to, you know, some myths and legends and stuff. But the thing is, I think the guy was a 0.5 himself, you know, a minority tribe. So I hate to call them that, but you know, it is what it is. Let's not sugarcoat the damn thing.
No. That's not an offensive word. 0.5. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's a stolen system that's set up like this. So a lot of people crying, mainly the people crying and arguing about this. Yeah, it's what did he say? I do not disagree. Hawala are not Hawiya. Why did they claim you guys then? I like mistress. What do you think about that? Hawala are they Hawiya?
I heard that even it's very suspicious because some people say they're Hawiya, some people say they're not Hawiya. Honestly, I don't think they're Hawiya. They just joined. I personally think I don't know if people are gonna get offended, but I think Hawiya is like a confederation. How I did all the school in Kenya, and yeah.
Just to make up, yeah. People don't wanna I think some people say Rahawenka like that.
Yeah, Rahawen is definitely like that. I think what does Kuke Kenya definitely.
And
well.
and they sorry. Sorry. I was gonna say, what do you think? Do you think that's the basics of tribe more? Not the school cake and they just proclaim a tribe. Is that all tribes?
Yeah. I think like I know people might say I'm biased, but especially متقنا, yeah, you know how he says it's the cousin of the Hawiya.
Yeah.
Like, what about the father? Like, how are you a cousin? Like the other clans متقنا, it goes down by this guy was a brother, this guy was متقنا,
Yeah.
like a father.
Yeah.
I don't know where does the cousin come from?
That's true, you know. You gotta think about it. Well, like, where did the cousin come from? And who's he related to? Where's his dad?
So the
And
cousin
who's
is
his dad?
probably, I think what the cousin is متقنا, because there was some guy that I know, I won't mention his kabil, but like one part of one sub clan within his kabil, it's they joined because they married متقنا, a woman from that clan back in the day. They joined as a confederation within that clan. So technically, it was a different guy from another clan. He married that woman, and then kabil قال وصل ترى مركب.
What do you think of what this guy said?
Okay, so Hawala's dad's cousin with Hawiya. So, well, I don't know how that makes sense.
I don't even know.
But the thing is, I do know that Hawadle, their Abtirsi goes all the way to Irir Somali. I think so. And so does the Hawiya. So technically, I think that's
No,
why they
but
might
do you
be
know
cousins.
what? I was hearing is there. I don't know if it's a Marahan tribe or Hawiya tribe. They swapped. 1 minute they were Marahan, Hawiya, not then. I don't know which one it is. Have you heard about that?
No, I heard there's what was it called? I can't remember the exact name, but some guy was saying that they used to be like Kase and then they became Hawiya or something. I can't remember. I can't remember what the clan was called.
Yeah.
But I did hear something like that before. Like one of the Darod's clans, then they became a Hawiya or something.
Do you think that's crazy?
Well, it's not crazy at all because I was actually reading about like back in the day, a clan would be protected by another clan because of متقنا, especially during battles, they would get their support and they would be looked after and they would متقنا, be provided for as long as they allow that clan to be the ruler of that specific area. So
Okay.
so within time, حلقيابا, they
That
joined
tribe.
that clan. Yeah.
And they just got married into the tribe, and then everyone
Married
got
into the
married
tribe,
in,
exactly. But
and
at
then
the
Muki
beginning,
Damabu.
they're
Yeah.
probably like a small little group that متقنا were there under protection, and then after generations of generations, they probably grew, and then متقنا now they're actually in that clan when originally they weren't there. So I do think that did happen back in the day.
They were eyed. I think eyed were Habigirir. I think eyed, yeah, and they joined Marahan. Oh shit! It's right there. Remember I was telling you.
So they were Air. And
Yeah.
who was the Air though? Which sub clan are we talking about?
I don't know. It's one of these guys, and then they end up. I find that fascinating. You know that. And one, how can you just be one tribe and you just? But it kind of makes sense what you're saying. How they got protection. Where she did keep nine, and after a amount of time, we should go to then, innit?
And
And then we
back
should
in the
haggle it.
day, Somalis were nomads. So what they used to do, متقنا, when they being a nomad, they used to travel from city to city, and so they wouldn't stay in a specific city. So one of my relatives was telling me like back in the day, the Brehans would go from, let's say, Busamreb, and within like staying there for 6 months, they would travel to a different city, Adado, then they would travel to another city in the Muduk regions, and they would just move around. So while I get about that, maybe one clan was there originally, while I got better, then they took protection, then they joined and intermarried while I get
Fucking hell. I hear that. That makes more sense to me. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because I was asking some guy that I know, how come, like, if the Marihans used to live in these areas in Mudug back in the day, why did the Hawiyas take it from them? And then some guy was telling me that it wasn't taken from them. It's just that the Marihans were like moving from city to city because they were nomads. And then what's it called? They settled in the west of Bataqana Galgudud.
Yeah, Galgadud.
Yeah.
And that's where you're mainly from.
Yeah. So
Is
the
it
whole
near, is that near, what's it called? Ged? No, is it not Gedo? Is it near Gedo?
Yeah, Gelo is in Jubaland. It's in the south.
Okay, and Galgadud's in the south as well.
No, it's not in the south. So the thing is, so back in the day before Siad Barre came into power,
Yeah, Gigi.
the whole region used to be Mudug. So Mudug was one big region, but now it's called Galgudud. Siad Barre cut Mudug in half. So he called the bottom part of Mudug Galgudud and the northern part of Mudug. He just allowed it to be Mudug.
Okay.
And then around 2006, the Somali federal government changed it back. They changed it to Galgudud, and now they call it Galmudug. So they added the Galgudud and the Mudug together to call it Galmudug.
What do you think of this question?
Yeah, because you know the Marihans originally, like we're from the north part of Marihans. We came south, and the lands we actually live right now, we didn't originally live in those lands. So we came and
You know what? Not really. Yeah, by force maybe. But there was a resettlement program during the 70s. Do you know about that, broski?
No, this is not the 70s, bro. I'm talking about back in the day. Like Marihans,
Yeah.
we were living in the north.
Yeah.
And then we were living under the Bokor, the Majartans and all that nonsense.
El Machetenia.
Yeah, this is like hundreds of years ago. And then we moved south. And then we moved to the Mudug regions. Then we also moved down south. And those lands originally had people in there that we had to fight and take it off them. So in the south, in Ghetto, in Jubaland, the Brehans fought with the Oromos and the Borales. When they came down south, they fought with them to take that land because they were originally there. I mean, technically it's still Galgadud, but it's called Galmudug now. That's the official name of it.
So before it was called Galgadud?
Yeah, the bottom part of Mudug was called Galgadud.
Okay.
Yeah, Siad Barre, you know, he's rest in peace. He's the one that I don't know why he did it, but Mudug Wukala Chehay. I don't know why. What the whole thing was, why he did that.
I don't know. The guy's a madman. There's a lot of questions. We don't know what he did, but we'll leave that for another day. But I'm thinking to myself, and this is what it is. This is the irony that was pissing me off here. Because I told everyone, like, literally, this debate early on, it was like literally lasted for 4 hours. There was more than 100 and something odd people involved in this debate that we were having earlier. And I'm hearing a lot of nonsensical stuff from a lot of, especially diaspora brothers and sisters saying, kabil is not necessary, we don't need it. I think a lot of brothers and sisters here, mysterious. I think they can't tell the difference between kabil and kabiyalat. What do you think about that? Is that their problem? Because for me, if you try to tell me get rid of kabil,
yeah,
like nah, man, you're telling man like one of the brothers said, only a man that kabil was bastard, wala or wa'al. Or wa'al, bro. And you see the wa'alinta, they lost children, you know them ones. So yeah.
Like I'm sorry to use this phrase, but Somalida waxay dhahaan like hadaada qabiilkaaga sheegi kari waxaba tahay midgaaraba tahay. So I'm sorry guys, but that's the reality out there.
Yeah. That's true.
If you're afraid to say your clan, then people are gonna assume waxaa tahay kuwii oo isku keenkeeda oo soo raacda mataqaanaa you know the
yeah, you can say how it is, man. We say, come on, man. You know this channel. We say how it is, man. For me, and when I'm hearing it, it's not even. It's either there's two camps that come up with this. Really, you know, this nonsensical shit in it. Yeah. For me, it's feminists that want to get rid of the Somali, you know, lineage culture by saying kabili, and people that actually not in tune with it. Do you get where I'm coming from? So that doesn't really make sense for me.
Yeah. So I think the problem is, well, the first point you made, Khalid, is absolutely right. When they hear qabil, they confuse it with the qabialat, you know.
Qabialat, yeah.
They confuse that.
Qofka yasi sidoo kale, like this person
qofka
waa
yasisid,
Isaaq, waa Daarood, shaqan u
hoostaada
diidaya,
dhigaysid,
hoostaad dhigisid. That is qabialat.
Yes.
This is what they don't
Qabialat,
understand. There's qabialat, but then there's qabil. There's lineage, and
There's
like I
lineage,
keep
there's,
saying to a
history.
lot, yeah, like I say to a lot of people, lineage is important. Like I say, if you ain't got lineage, you're a bastard party in my eyes. What al party like?
قرعة.
You get me?
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with saying that mataqaana inaad qabiilkaaga ku faatid. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for me, there's nothing wrong with it. But then again, I'd say to myself, my brother, yeah, dadka yasin. Kufan, like I feel like be proud of your lineage. You shouldn't be ashamed of your lineage. You know, coming from big up Shimbir Shooter in the building. He knows. Yeah. So.
By the way, like for the Somalis to get better and prosperous, if everyone started where they were from and back in their regions and where their clan lives, and everyone focused on their areas, why we this idea of saying qabiladi is nonsense, but then nobody wants to help the next guy. You know? But at least if it's your family or your qabil, they're gonna at least contribute psychologically.
That's a fantastic thing you just said now, isn't it? Yeah. You said if everyone concentrates on their qabil, which I used to think this used to happen back in the day before this Dawlad shit. Before the Dawlad shit, innit? Yeah. And I think everyone, like before that, you know, when we used to live in ancient times, innit? Yeah. Do you think qabilis used to run themselves and people had respect for each other? But what do you think on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Qabilis used to do their own thing. Like everyone had their. That's why the clans, they have the Ogas, a Garad, they have Emir. Those were the leaders of the clans. Yeah.
And this Western type of Dawlad is fucking up shit that we don't know. Systems that. What can I say? Sorry, I'm just eating something. Systems that that have no substance and ways. This is what I'm saying. Somali that are lost right now, and everyone wants to hide away and shy away from these facts. Well, like Sister Selma, ask the brothers here. Yeah, you will be shocked what's coming out of certain Somali brothers and sisters' mouths. Do you get where I'm coming from? Wallah.
Yeah, but those people themselves, they don't really understand what they're doing because they think Somali or the Somali regions have some sort of strong government where it's a functioning society where we have like the governments. They think it's like the UK, but it's not. It's still a developing country, you know. You know? Just because maybe certain cities the government has control doesn't mean like other cities that they're providing schooling and education and everything.
Yeah.
Which, you know, they're not. The clans do that. They do that.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to people. Look, listen. People's clans waxay u taraan. I don't know about people. If there's mug, I see Orosa, you know, what is it? People's weddings. They come together, Orosa, Balascutara. Yeah, I'm coming from.
Yeah. So, for example, what's it called? Khalid, I think your people live in the Gebile area, don't they?
I'm from Hargeisa.
But I'm saying the clan, the Habrawas, they live in Gebile, yeah?
No, we start from what's it called? Berbera. All the way from Sheikh Habaro, all the way to, you know, I don't even want to say Gebile. Odal, Zayla, Djibouti, Intasan. That's where you find me, you know, up in them regions. Does that make sense to you?
But isn't Gebile like west of Hargeisa?
Yeah, but I'm not really from Gebile like that.
But I'm saying the other Habrawas, don't they actually live there?
Yeah, we live there. A majority of Habaros live in Gebile, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, those people...
But if you really want like a Habaro territory, it's across what's it called? Berbera, Start from Berbera, obviously, Isa Musa, Sa'ad Musa, you know them ones. And
Yeah,
then you go
I
all
know
the way
Issa
down.
Musa live in Berbera and Saad live
Yeah.
in Hargeisa and Westover.
Yeah.
So, for example, if those people were building their own schools and doing their own thing in the small towns, what's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. Some people find that like I just don't get it. I really don't understand. And little do these know, dude, and these brothers and sisters that talk like this, wallah, yeah. Little do they know, like, they'll go back to where they're from in Somalia, and they go to the actual people. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
So how can you get rid of Kabila? I say we start using how to make Kabila better and refine it. I'm more on that. Does that make sense?
Hello.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah, hello, mate. How are you going?
Yes,
Ryan?
Brad. What's going on, Doctor?
Everything's good, man. نبض accent. Can I put my thoughts on Qabil? The only good thing about Qabil is keeping the
And you guys
shisha out.
keeping Shishay out.
Yes.
What does that mean? I'm gonna come back to you guys. Hold up the panel for me.
What do you mean? Like, what does that mean exactly?
Like how clan is important. Like you do have like certain people that look like us, like from Oromo to Beja people to even Fulani and who are from West Africa and people from Chad.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
So what's your point exactly?
It keeps outsiders out who know the language, who could infiltrate. Like a Somalida, like a guy from Speaker's Corner who was the fake Somali guy who said that he was an ex-Muslim.
Yeah, that's also a good point as well. That's actually an excellent point. Because Somalis are that's one of the reasons why I believe that other ethnicities haven't really like come to Somalia and prospered. No, I mean when I say prospered, I mean they haven't actually had an establishment in Somalia. For example, look at the Somalis in Kenya.
Mysterious, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's possible to infiltrate Somalis compared to
No,
like
you can't.
other groups?
You can't. Like even me, brother, I'm a Marehan, and when I go to Marehan people, they want me to do my aptirsia to prove, like show my documents. So it's never gonna. That no one's gonna ever infiltrate. And forget about doing your aptirsi. They're gonna ask you, what was this grandfather's brother? What was this uncle's brother's name? And if you don't know it, they're gonna tell you to fuck off. Like that's how Somalis are. Like they really need you to provide your ID. So this infiltrating shit is never gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was on the stream yesterday. I was the only Somali on that stream. It was a group of like Africans and that. We were talking about, you know, languages. What's your thoughts on this? This Ghanaian guy who was born and raised in Ghana. I mean, born and raised in the UK but lives in Ghana now. Asked me if we're talking about languages. Like, did you know that Somali is the only language that's the only African language spoken in the UK, the most common African language spoken in the UK? Did you know that?
Ghanaian?
No, Somali language is the only African language, which is the most common language spoken in UK.
When you say common, do you mean consistent or common? Like,
no, like ethnic. You know, like different like they like for example, like the census listed common languages spoken in UK, like Polish, Punjabi, Urdu, Tamil, Somali, Italian. But Somali was the only African language listed on the census.
I did not know that, but I'm not from the UK, bro, so I have no idea.
No, the guy was just curious. Like he was just like wanted to know, like how come? Huh? I don't want to mention streams and that. I don't want to mention the streams I go on, but I go on interesting streams. But they were curious to know, like, why do you think that is? Like, even this brother was saying that in his community, like, the parents don't really teach them their indigenous language compared to like the Somali parents. Like, why do you think that is?
I think it's because of No, but I think the Asian community in the UK do teach their kids. Their
Also, yeah, I was going to add that as well. Yes, even he said that his Bangladeshi friend, who are the same age as him, and that they speak their language and all of that.
Yeah,
and
they
they're
do,
like what,
because,
second, third generation?
Yeah, because I've met a couple of them where I live, and the grandparents don't even speak English. So how are the children supposed to communicate? How are the parents supposed to communicate? Even I've met Western Asians, like the Vietnamese community, because we have a lot of them in Australia, and some of the parents don't speak English. Some of the grandparents don't even know how to say one word in English.
So I'm mysterious. With Southeast Asians, is this actually true? Like with Thai people, Vietnamese, and Filipinos, they tend to like quickly assimilate into that society completely. Is that true or maya?
When you say assimilate, what do you mean by that exactly? Do you
In
mean
terms
like
of like,
they
in terms of
marry
like
the
parents,
locals?
like no, in terms of like parents not teaching their kids their language, just like in America, like they prefer that their kids to learn English.
So you said the Thai and the Filipinos?
Yeah, because with Filipino people, they're the only Asian group, they tend to like assimilate quickly and intermarry a lot, and
I would give you the Filipinos, not the Thais though, because in the Philippines they do speak English as like a second language. So when they come over, they already have like another language they can communicate. Whereas the Thai people, they don't really speak English in their country, nor do the Vietnamese people. So I think that's why the Filipinos assimilate easily, because they already have like the language is well known.
How is the Somali community there, man, in Australia, man?
I can say it's better than the UK, definitely.
Definitely, man. The quality of life, man.
Well, like,
you lot are weird, bro. Yeah, you lot don't even have a Burger King in Australia. You've got like a Hungry Jack's, and you don't even have Nando's. You got like that Oporto.
No, we have Nando's. No, we have Nando's, bro.
How do you know these amazing? Rad, who teaches you these things? Have you ever been to Australia?
I've never been to Australia, but an Australian person told me about some chicken thing they eat in Australia, like Oporto. This was like some years ago. Like,
Yeah, we
it's
have
their
that.
Nando's.
We have that, but we also have Nando's as well. We have both of them.
I've met a whole heap of Somali Australians. Big out, shout out to the Australian community. Show love all day. I love all of them brothers and sisters down there. The land down under. You get me? So I've made a lot of, mashallah, interesting connections from, the Somali family over there, but assimilation. Like someone said this. What do you mean when people assimilate? When you're saying that Filipinos? Right, I want you to get back into that one if you can.
Oh yeah, assimilation. I can only speak about like, for example, when it comes to assimilation, like you completely become like the host, act like the host, talk like the host, just like become like the host. Then you got like integration, because there's two different kinds of integration. There's integration and there's assimilation. Integration is when you like integrate into the society. You learn from the society, you pay your taxes, you gain knowledge from the society, you hold on to your deen tadi, your culture, but you haven't completely assimilated. Do you hear what I'm saying?
100. Yeah, I hear you.
I'll give you an example. I could like live in Panama and I could learn the language and the culture, but I would like to live in the country, just like with Ingresco who live in Spain. You know what's funny about English people? You've got English people I've come across who've lived in Spain for 25 years. When you ask them, can you speak Espanol? They'll look at you funny and say, no. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but then again, I met Somali people that have been here for years as well that never assimilated. Do you get where I'm coming from?
No, I'm talking about learning the language, like.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not surprising because let's be honest, English people do have like they have that mindset of I'm better than you. I don't need to learn your language.
Actually, it's like the French. It's like the French, man.
Yeah.
I went to France one time, Well, I said it's kind of crazy. It's like the way if you even speak to them and tell them you speak English to them, it's the arrogance. Well, I'm not you go coming from what? How dare you? It's like what the fuck?
It's funny is when I was in Kenya, I met this English couple, and the first thing they said to me, "Hey, can you speak in English?" It's like, even though in Kenya is different. Kenya is like, basically English is like they speak there, like everyone speaks it. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Instead of saying "How are you" in Swahili, you just straight away want to speak in English.
Damn. Yo, I know. They just got some arrogance about that. Big up the brother Musa in the builds.
Yo, salam alaikum, uncle salam.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Big up.
Wariyam maxaa waxaan daawaday streamkii af Soomaaligaan ku hadlaya iminka so af Ingiriisiga waan iska daayay waan laaway iminka Soomaaligaan ku hadlaysaa maalintooda waxaan daawaday streamkii wigii kale ma u fakarayo si wacne kelimada ilaahay maxaa kugu haystaa
aniga kelimad baa igu haysataa
farta ilaahay una bare alif bata yo farta ingiriiska ninka cad uu ku socdo keebaa u tagaysa adigu
keebaa dooran lahayd aanu afkii diintii ilaahay lagu qoray af carabi baan dooran lahaa labada hadaba la isku dhigo
Farta, who knows?
waxaas maxaa u wada weyday waxaas
maan oran can you just do in English walalo please baasha bud baa la dhacaysa inaadeen
maxaa ka hadlaysaa
we do this, off private. Come on, please, another. Because you know what you're doing right now, Musa? You're thinking of the word you're saying instead of naturally. Do you get where I'm coming from? And I think what you're doing right now, you're translating English into Somali. That doesn't make sense. Nah, because what has I think what has led I think Greece was could fikir sa كلمة of Somali corn laid. ما فهمت that. It's not coming naturally. It's not rolling off the tongue. They care about right now, if you weren't thinking, if you weren't thinking, it'll come naturally to you.
I'll come back at you with that another day. Yeah? Fair enough.
We go on the hangouts. We do it privately. We do this privately. You know what I mean? What are you saying? So, what did I say last week? I can't even remember what I said last week.
You guys were saying something like the language of Somali, the language, if it's written in the well, in the language, that English and the Roman alphabet, or the Arabic alphabet,
The Latin alphabet.
You guys, like you guys were saying that you choose the Latin, and I was wondering why. Why would you choose the Latin over the Arabic alphabet?
But there's also the Osmania alphabet. Like go on to Kate. If you go into Somali language, did you know the Somali language in Wikipedia is written in Latin, Osmania, and Fawadad? If you Google up Somali language and display it on the wiki,
what's Osmania?
Because Osmania is still in active use. Did you know that?
Okay, no one really uses that language, okay, and it will take a lot of resources. I think one of the brothers even said it would take a lot of resources to learn that all over again. So it's either you're gonna pick the Roman, the Catholic alphabet, or you're gonna pick the Arabic alphabet. Now, keep in mind, people in Somalia are already learning the kalimah and the letters of the Arabic because they're gonna learn.
No, but they learned that for the Quran. What I'm trying to say is the Fawadad, from what I know from the Arabic, is only used to learn the Quran. But when it comes to writing Somali, the Somali language, I believe that it should be an Osmania. For Somalis to learn the Quran, they should
No
use the
one's going to learn
Bawadat that was
Osmani. Take
invented.
the Osmani out the equation. No one's going to learn that all over again. Okay, that's gone.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is, yeah, I've done my research and spoke to people in the 1920s till the 70s. A lot of people were knew how to read and write in Osmania, and there's documents and that about
that's
it.
long and gone now. That's long and gone. It's either Arabic or it's going to be the Roman alphabet, which the English use in that. And I'd rather choose the letter and of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Quran rather than and what the
Most,
white man
that's
sent
you.
me. I'm not going to choose what the white man sent me. Obviously, you was born in Britain.
So,
That's probably what you
Musa.
But that's you picking Arabic. Me, I just stick to the Osmania because it's an indigenous script. And I'd rather, when I'm writing, let me finish. When I'm writing if I'm writing, because I've got documents myself, I'm writing, if I don't even use the Latin alphabet to write enough Somali. I use the Osmania to write enough Somali.
Why do you keep Dr. Rad? You keep bringing Osmani out. Osmani is gone. No one's going to go into that. It's either going to be Arabic or Latin. So you got to pick one of the two. You see, this is where I'm coming from. And another point on that subject here. Keep in mind.
And let me finish. What makes you think it's gone? Have you been to Somalia? Like, there's thousands of people. Hundreds that have learned that know how to read and write. There's young people my generation.
I haven't seen one. And another thing, over the Roman alphabet and the Arabic alphabet, our tongue is actually a lot more suited to the Arabic alphabet. Our tongue, the way we talk, the way we pronounce our words and etc. It doesn't go with this and Roman and alphabet, which was designed for the Giriska. That's what it was designed for. It wasn't designed for
Latin alphabet is not suitable for the Somali language.
The Somali tongue is
Arabic
more
language,
closely related to the Arabic language. It's a lot more closely related to the Arabic language as well.
How is it closely related? Somali is a Cushitic language and Arabic is a Semitic language. For example, do we have like TH in our language?
Dude, you're not for real right now, right? Are you?
No, I'm telling you right now, the Arabic alphabet is not suitable for the Somali language. You have to look at the vowels and everything.
Okay. Next time you see a white man, tell him to pronounce Abdurrahman, Abdullah Gesi. Tell him to pronounce that and see how he pronounces it. He'll probably say something like Abdurrahman, Abdurrahman. It wasn't built for the kalimat of the English. Do you understand? Our language is much more. The Arabic. It has ha. It has ha. It has ha. It has all these other pronunciations that we pronounce with our tongue in our language that they do not pronounce in the English language. It's much more suited towards the Arabic direction. Do you get it?
No, but how many Somalis?
But I want to ask you. Hang on, Rad. I want to ask Musa. Why do you want it to be written in Arabic? Why? Give me a good reason.
Well, firstly, well, you're picking one of the two. You're either picking the alphabet of the white man that he came with and conquered us with and whatever, or you're picking the one that we chose willingly, the Arabic one, which we accepted Islam on. It's either one of the two. What, are you going to pick the white man or what he likes?
But Moose, can I add something to that? In the 70s, did you know Siad Barre? Back in the 70s,
I don't care about
Siad. Was about to, in the 70s, he would have. Let me finish here. In the 70s, Siad Barre.
Don't talk to me.
There was two choices: the Osmania or the Latin alphabet. But did you know which one he picked?
That guy is not Somali to me. That guy is Shaidan to me. I don't care who he is. Do not talk about.
No, but I'm talking about you. What would you do today if Siad Barre chose the Osmania over the discussion?
I don't care about the Shaidan. I do not care about the Shaidan. I don't care.
And what do you think of him making Somali join the Arab League?
Just hang on.
Let me finish. I want Mus to answer this question. What do you think of Siad Barre making Somalia join the Arab League back in the 70s?
I don't care about the Shaidan, okay? I don't care about him. Don't ask me questions about him. I don't learn about him. I don't.
Hey, that's why I jumped in, right? Because I wanted to, before you continue, why is he a Shaitan? Like?
Why is he a Shaitan? Because he instigated a genocide. That's why. Why else would you think I would call him Shaitan? A guy
I agree with you. I dislike Siad Barre.
Of people from my land, Somaliland, and you think I'm not going to call him the Shaitan?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Just because someone does one thing wrong doesn't mean
What do
everything
you
they
mean
do
one
or
thing
say
wrong?
is.
He did more than one thing wrong. He did thousands and thousands of things wrong, and he
Rather,
massacred countless people. He
yeah,
didn't
but
do
bro,
one
that,
thing
you have
wrong.
to put that aside sometimes and say, okay, the other thing he did.
No, I can't put
What
that
about
aside.
that?
No one's
You
putting
can't
that
just
aside.
say he's a shaitan.
Yeah, but Musa, you literally, man, that bombarded and killed your people. You can't put. Does that make sense to you?
Exactly.
Yeah, but we're not talking about
Wanag.
Wanag. We're just talking about something he did, the Latin. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk
Yeah, let's get
about
back to it. Let's not digress. Let's get back to the subject. You know,
Yeah,
mystery.
but
You had a
anyway,
question from Musa. Musa, are you against Somali nationalistic Somalis trying to embrace and preserve their language and culture? That's the question I've got for you guys.
Preserve their language. I recommend they preserve their language and their culture. I recommend they preserve that too. But are you trying to say that the Roman alphabet is part of our culture? Something that the
No,
white
it's
man
not.
brought
But
over?
Moose, my
That's not our
problem with
culture.
you is why are
Our
you against
culture is
Moose? Can I
actually the
add
Arabic
something?
one.
Moose, why are you against it? Like Somalis wanting to adopt their own alphabet, like Osmania. Like, why would you want to adopt some next
Osmani,
man's alphabet?
I
Let me
think
finish.
somebody, I think
Can
the
I
brother
finish? Can
already
I finish?
explained this to
In
you, and I
Greece,
explained this to you as well.
let me
It
finish,
would
man.
cost
In
too much.
Greece, if you go to Greece, they speak the indigenous language. They have their own indigenous alphabet. Bulgaria, where the Cyrillic was invented, they speak the indigenous language, have their own alphabet. With Somalida, they've got like what,
There's no
three
getting
or four alphabets? No, they've got like 3 or 4 alphabets, yeah.
there's no getting
And
through to this guy.
what I'm
He's not
thinking, yeah, what
understanding.
do you feel comfortable writing in Latin or Arabic? Let me finish. Can I finish one
So
second?
you want to start?
Me personally, I do not feel comfortable writing in Arabic or Latin using some foreign script that's not even suitable for the Somali language.
Foreign script, foreign. It's not foreign. Arabic's not foreign. It's in our deen. It's literally not foreign.
No, but it is a foreign script.
No, it's not a foreign script. It's in our deen. It's in our blood. It's in our hearts. We read it. The kalimat we use to read the Quran, the things that's in our heart every day and night, that's written in Arabic, bro. That's not foreign. So get that straight, okay? You can call it foreign wherever you're from, but me, Somaliland, nah, bro. Not foreign.
Well, that's you then, man. That's you.
No, but can I tell you one disadvantage of Somali language being in Arabic?
Go on.
It's gonna entice other communities to easily infiltrate and bed into the Somali community. Now you're gonna have all these people that speak Arabic. Now they can say certain words, but it's all that. So I'm completely against that.
Oh, no, that's a fallacy.
And I'm also against
that's
foreign
a fallacy.
words.
Mystery.
Let me ask you
That's
about
a fallacy.
Moose.
Can I answer him, please? Can I answer? Why does this guy always talk over me? That's a fallacy, yeah, mysterious, yeah, because they can already read the alphabet of the Roman Catholics, the Roman and alphabet. So that's literally a fallacy. English is literally an international language. Like everyone knows the letters and how to pronounce them. So
not about Somali.
Like two differences, or just a few letters that are different when you read it in Somali.
No, for example, right now, the letter is written as it is. It's pronounced completely different. If I gave it to someone who, from any community, if I told them to read this word, wallahi, they wouldn't be able to say it properly. Guaranteed.
And
if you guys are not going to take it in any other way, just say this, yeah. Let me just tell you this, yeah. By principle, I wouldn't accept it because it's something that the white man brought over. Sorry. I'd rather accept it, something that my dean brought over to me. I'd rather accept
but what about
the
Arab man? What's the difference between the Arab man and the white man?
What do you mean the Arab man? What Arab man? I said my dean. I didn't say Arab man. I said my dean.
So what's your issue with it? I said earlier on.
Mysterious. Ilahi sent this deen to the whole world, not just Arabs, the whole world. This kalimat, this Arabic alphabet is to the whole world, not just literally. You have white people over in America that's learning the Arabic language just so they can know their deen. When Ilahi has guided them,
brother Musa, Ilahi
learning
said
the Arabic language
message
just
to the
so
Jews.
Ilahi they can get closer to him. And you're coming on to me like it's foreign, and I'm choosing and you're telling me to choose something that the white man brought over, bro. Come on,
brother.
Who's choosing now, Moose? You keep mentioning that. Who's Moose? Wait, Moose. No, Moose. Oh, the Somalis did not choose the Latin alphabet. What I'm trying to say to you is that the Somalis should adopt the Osmania and the forward that script.
Gone. I keep trying to tell you this. It's gone. It's never coming back, bro. Get over it.
Bro, the Somalis did choose the Latin alphabet, you know. The Somali was formalized in around the 70s by Siad Barre.
Yeah, but Bashir, he doesn't want to hear that.
The Shaydans.
He doesn't want to hear that.
Sure, the Shaydan accepted it.
Sure. So Mus, why are you against it? Why are you against it? If I told you right now, if I was the president, I would have chose both alphabets.
So
forward that to learn. Let me forward that to learn of Arabic because the Somalis invented and added words with the forward that. But why are you against? My question to you is why are you against, for example, Somalis having their own indigenous alphabet, keeping their language.
I've already told you
pure,
this 5 times.
and further of all,
the same thing
Somalis,
over and over again.
Rad,
do I have to keep repeating it over and over again? You're just wasting our time. I just already told you. And I think on the day this matter was being discussed, the brother on the panel even told you it will take too much resources, too much time. They already know two kelimats, the English alphabet and the Arabic alphabet. They learn both of them in Somalia, yeah? Is either one of the two. You're not going to tell them to learn a whole different another one all over again. Like, this is a waste of time. I've already told you that. No one's against Oromo or whatever language you're referring to, but that's a gone. It's a bygone area. It's our legacy. And Bashir, and what was your question? You said something before, and Rad jumped in.
No, what I said was, Somali was formalized around the 70s by the Sad regime. We did choose it, whether you don't like him.
Yeah,
I understand you're not a fan of him. But it was chosen by the Somalis, not the white man. So let's get that.
Okay, if you're gonna say that, and just because a bunch of politicians accepted something, and on my behalf apparently that I wasn't there, and I'm not. No, it's not gonna happen. And by the way, they probably accepted it for South Somalia, not for Somaliland. We have a different government now. Okay. The government from the south, and he's something that we're disgraceful of, and we want to
all right.
Yeah, but by the way, Bashir,
I don't understand why this anger is coming from. Why haven't they changed it in Somaliland if it's the language of the white man? They still use it.
It is the alphabet.
He talked about the North not accepting it. By the way,
the thing is, Bashir, you don't know this, but in Somaliland, and there's a lot of places where they use the Arabic alphabet. Actually, you probably don't know this. And again, it's probably because we're talking about two different countries. You guys are talking about South Somalia. I'm talking about Somaliland.
No, brother,
Somaliland. How many people can read? How many people in Somalia can read?
No, it's a separate country.
How many people can read the alphabet?
It's a separate country.
What percentage?
It's a separate country, bro.
All right, then in Somaliland. All right, then in Somaliland, how many people can read Arabic alphabet? Whether it's on the signboards. I bet you on your money, 99% of these people can't even fucking read the alphabet.
What alphabet?
Hey guys, let me just ask you this.
The Arabic alphabet. Like, if you go to Hargeisa or Bosaso
anywhere, every single person can. Every single person, bro.
No, they can't. Worry, then.
Yes,
how many?
I've been there, bro. I lived there for a whole year. Okay, every single person can read it. Pretty much.
This guy is lying out of his ass, bro.
I'm not.
Look at that bad guy.
Bro,
hey, Musa, let me ask you this question.
Apparently, I'm lying now.
Majority of the people in the Somali region, they cannot write or read. So what are you talking about with majority of the people?
I said everyone I met that I know that.
Okay, the people that you met, but don't say the people that can all read in Arabic and write there. That's not true.
Okay, 90s baby. He just made a comment and calling a Muslim a Shaydan. He's talking about Saeed, And by the way, and the Shaydan himself literally is a Muslim. In case you didn't know.
Hey, okay, Musa, let me ask you this.
That for you.
I don't know why you keep talking about the Shaydan. We're talking about the language, okay?
No, it's 90s babies. She's trying to back up.
Who's 90s babies?
This guy. He said, why you
talking about the comments?
Shaydan, and I have to literally tell him. Apparently, he's a bit ignorant. But
Musa, man,
don't focus on the comments. We're talking to each other.
Shaydan is a Muslim 90s baby, in case you didn't realize.
But why are you focusing on the comments? We're talking with you.
Because everyone's at me.
No one's at you. No one's at you.
No. Musa, I want to ask you this question. Do you know when Siad Barre introduced the language to the alphabet that's used currently? Do you know what year?
Exactly. Look, listen to Miss Hersi. How ignorant are these guys? Most people in Somaliland can read Arabic 100%.
No, forget about that. Focus on my question. Do you know what
What's
year
your
it was
question again?
introduced? The current alphabets we use. Do you know when it was introduced?
What the enrollment alphabet?
Yeah. What year?
And
It was around the 70s.
I'm guessing it was introduced or it was invented the day that the Englishmen decided to write that language. Do you mean for us or for them?
No, I'm saying for the
white man?
Somali. When
Oh,
the
for the
Somalis
Somalis.
adopted it. When they adopted
we
it.
adopted it. I'm guessing it's like 1938 or something like that. Somewhere around there, I would say.
No, it's in the 70s. In the late 60s, 70s.
So it's not even that long ago. Okay.
And by the way, you
and
said
before that, we was
North.
using Arabic. Before that,
Hang on. You said the North.
1972, 1973.
No. Before that, you're wrong. Before that, before Latin, it was Osmania in the
Before
from
that,
the
it was
1920s
Arabic
to
because
70s.
you know how I know it was Arabic before that because we used to read the Quran before that for thousands of years, bro. For thousands
That
of
is
years,
not
we used to
true.
read the
That
Quran.
is not true, bro. That is not true. First of all, let's get things straight. Okay?
Again, I'm talking about
And
Somaliland,
you
not
said,
South Somalia. If you
and
guys
someone said
no.
that Arabic is
didn't
simple.
read the Quran in South Somalia, that's your problem. In
Bro,
Somaliland,
stop.
for thousands
That
of
is-
years, we read the
That
Quran
is
in
not
Arabic,
true.
so
That
we
is
knew
not
Arabic
true.
Are you
for
sure about
thousands of
that?
years.
That is not
Yes.
true, bro. Okay, you confuse two things. Okay, maybe the sheikhs and the scholars they were able to read and write in Arabic, but the majority of the people they spoke in Somali. It was not formalized. It was not. We did not have an alphabet. So don't say we use the Arabic. It's not true, man.
That we didn't know how to read the Quran. Is that what you're saying?
Only the sheikhs, okay, were able to read and write the Quran. Majority of 95% of the public was not. All right.
Are you
Again,
sure about that,
most
mate? Are you sure? Because in Somaliland, I'm pretty sure that
is
they
not true.
knew, bro.
That is not true. Okay,
Listen,
show me
yeah.
the evidence. Show me the evidence.
Listen. What you're saying again is another fallacy. I'll tell you why it's a fallacy. Because you're claiming those people cannot read or write. Yeah, sure, they cannot read or write. So that means they cannot even read or write in the Roman text as well. Okay,
Yes,
fair
that
enough.
is true. That is correct.
Okay,
I never
then.
said they could read and write in the Roman language
Okay,
as well.
so right now we're just discussing the people that can read and write. Okay, so the ones
But
that can
those are
read
the
or write,
sheikhs.
could most of them read and write in Arabic? The ones that
There
could
were
read and write.
sheikhs. There was you're talking about Islamic scholars.
Okay. Let's
To
just
say
talk
it-
about the ones that can read or write. Just them alone. Yeah.
They were
Could
the,
they
they were
read
the scholars.
and write in Arabic? Could they read and write in Arabic?
Yes, because they
Yes.
were
Thank
scholars.
you. I rest my case.
They were sheikhs and imams. That's why they were
Thank
able to
you.
read
I
and write
rest
in
my
Arabic.
case. I rest my
But that-
case. There.
but that's-
There's the
but
proof.
they
Or can we get about what
but they are
percentage
not-
of the people can speak the language?
They are not reflective of the large population,
rest my
bro. There was
case, bro.
2% of the population.
If the rest cannot read or write, that's their problem. But I rest my case. The ones that could read or write did know how to how to
So
read
the
and write
ones
in
that were
Arabic.
able to read and write in northern Somalia in English, does that mean somehow English is now native to that region? That's what you're basically saying. Because they were able to read and write in Arabic, that means somehow Arabic is more native there. That's not true, man. You also had a lot of people who were part of the colonial administration who were able to read and write in
I
English.
can't believe you call most Somali people illiterate in those years. That's hilarious.
They were. It's not an insult. It's just a basic fact. Most Somalis are to this very day illiterate. They cannot read and nor write. It is true. Back home. All right.
Yeah, we've got a big problem with literacy. Well, like that is a big problem.
Yeah, it's
my brother.
true. Even
It's a
when
normal fact.
the whole Siad Barre's regime, they were saying, "Oh, but that whole campaign where they brought a lot of people, a lot of teachers to the Tulos to teach people how to read and write." Even them, they only accomplished maybe 25% of the population was able to read and write back then. Even to his campaign, to this very day, man, more than 70% of the population back home cannot read and write.
And anyway, I'm proud of the Arabic language, and that's the way it's heading in the future. Somaliland, baby, let's go! Pow, 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 pow. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
No, but I don't understand why you're making this a Somaliland debate. Well, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I'm not making it. I'm proud of my country. That's Somaliland. That's my country.
It's not a country, bro. Stop saying that.
Is this guy for yo Khalid, I beg you play one video for me. It's like 12 minutes long. It's about Somaliland anyway.
Oh, men nigga, han ska checka såna.
No, man. No,
Han ska checka
I wanna big
såna,
up
man. 12 minutes to
I wanna
audience
big up
way.
Somaliland. Go fund
No.
yourself.
But okay, going back.
Do you want to go down? Do you want to go down this debate? You guys have this debate, bro.
No.
Big man
That's the
Arman.
wrong link. Damn it.
Big
Never
man
mind.
on,
No,
man.
but staying on this topic, okay, so the problem with Somali, even these very days, a lot of people, even the ones who live in diaspora, we're having a hard time writing it, or even being able to read it. So how do we solve that? Because we keep talking about, what language do we need to change back home? Like we already having trouble here, even though we are formally educated.
But I'm probably the only one that can write in Latin or Osmania when it comes to reading and writing in
This
Somali.
guy with this Osmania.
He's obsessed. He's obsessed.
No, I'm not obsessed. I'm just saying, yeah. Like, what percentage of you man can read Somali in
I
general?
don't know. You mean the Latin alphabet?
No, in general, how many of you can read Somali?
I can read a little bit. Not very. I'm not proficient in reading. I'm more proficient in speaking and understanding, but not writing and reading. But I'm learning it now. I'm reading books these days. I'm trying to read books in Somali. That way that I can learn it. But
So what do you
what
think?
the difficulty with Somali is the way you write the words and the way you pronounce it are completely different things. For example, if you say Dakhan, you would think if you pronounce it like that, you would think, I have to write with the G, D A G A. But it's not. You have to write with the D A K H A N. This what makes it so tricky,
I don't think it's still the right pronunciation. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like their alphabet was not made for our language. The way we pronounce words, it just wasn't made for it.
Big salute. Somali speakers legend back in the building.
When they designed it with like the tongue of the Englishman in mind, not the Somali man or the Arab man or them man. It was the Englishman's tongue, and you know better than better than we. We all know they can't pronounce certain words that we tell them in Somali, like certain names. Even tell them to pronounce and Arma mother.
Salam alaikum. How are you guys?
Tell them to pronounce Arma mother. What would they say? Arma mother? Arma mother? Arma mother? That's what they would say, something like that.
What's going on, man? Talk to me, my brother, man.
I'm good. Nah, I just had to jump on because, which one was it that said that illiteracy is 70% back home in Somalia? That's a bit of a stretch, I think. Just look at the online presence some of them have. I think that's way, a stretch. No way is 70%.
That's not a reflection.
Come on, Sahib.
No, it really is.
Man, you got a link. Who's got a link, man? Someone drop a link and we can bring it up. See what it's saying. But I don't think so. There is a big but we do have a literacy problem. I do agree with Brother Bashir.
Within the rural parts of the country, absolutely. But in the cities and the towns and so on, I think there's
that's because of the lack of resources. Basically, like we don't have the resources to educate pretty much everyone in the country and stuff like that, and they can't. Most of them can't even afford education. So
that's just typical third world African state. Unfortunately, it's a sad state of affairs, isn't it, bro?
But I'm more concerned about preserving the Somali language because I'm not happy about these foreign languages that are infiltrating the Somali language.
Bro, you need foreign languages in this world. Somalia.
Why? For example, if you look at languages like Greek or Tamil, you're not going to find foreign languages in those languages. Like, why do Somalis refuse to say? Like, if you look at the Somali vocabulary, I'll give you an example.
Words. Is that what you mean? The words that
I'll give you an example. Why do Somalis say words like ajnabi instead of saying the Somali equivalent share? Or when on the Somali, if you watch Somali news, they use a lot of Arabic words. I'm thinking, why can't they fucking use Somali words?
You don't know.
I feel like
Right.
No,
You
no,
do know
this
that
goes for
most
any
of the
language.
words,
This goes
you
for
do know
this goes
most
for
of
any
the
But you know
words.
why
language.
that
I'm
is?
not happy with the language being diluted.
It's not being
But you know why
diluted, by
that
the way. And you know, and the Somali language, most of it is derived from Arabic. Say the word sahib, for example, that derived from
that is not
Sahaba.
true,
In
man.
case
That is not true.
That's
that
not true.
That is
That's
derived,
not true.
that
that
literally
is not
derived
true.
from Sahaba, bro. Sahaba,
Yeah, but some
from an
words.
Arabic
Listen,
word.
yeah, no,
Like there are
nobody's
many
denying
words.
that.
I can
Some
give you many examples.
yeah,
Off the
but
top of my
that's
head,
not.
I don't know, but I can give you
But
many examples
okay,
that literally derive
but
from the Arabic language. You guys don't even know that.
nobody's.
That's hilarious.
But nobody's denying that. That the fact that we use foreign words in our language and we made it, we Somalicized it. For example, train is not a native Somali word. It came from the Europeans, but we call it tren. You know. So yeah, that is true. The fact sahib is maybe an Arabic word, ajnabi, all these things. But most Somali words, they are native. Maybe 5% to 10% are foreign words that we have imported. But most of the language, it's a native Somali.
But how can Somalis? The point I'm trying to make is, what can the Somali intellectuals and the Somali Language Institute in Somalia and Djibouti and around the world, yeah, what can they do to create more words, to create more Somali words, like new words?
I think you guys are making it much more of something that it isn't. This is all just trivia. It's all just trivial. Every language on this earth has loan words or has a chunk of its vocabulary from other languages. English, for example, the language you're speaking today, has a lot of French
It's a
words,
bastard
Spanish
language.
words,
It's a
Slavic
bastard
words.
language.
What's that?
English is a bastard language with what 70-80% of its
Regardless,
vocabulary.
even Arabic itself has a lot of loan words from Persian. Same thing with all the Indian Qatar languages like Hindi or Urdu or Punjabi. They too have
Hindi. What's interesting about Hindi? They use a lot of
from
English words.
exactly. So why are we all just making this like a Somali issue, or we should say stuff like other languages are useless and stuff? No, man, it's part of human nature to borrow words and sayings and phrases from other languages.
But it doesn't
That's
necessarily have
true.
to
That's
be,
true. But Arma, what I'm trying to say is, I have no issues if you're borrowing languages. But if you're if you're borrowing too much and you don't have an indigenous alphabet or no written history, languages start to decline. If you look at other African languages, long gone. Even there was an African brother who told me about people in his country don't speak the language because words have declined and there's nothing written in that language.
And how is Somali declining then?
I'm not saying Somali is declining. I'm saying if you do not add new words to a language and you keep on borrowing and you keep adding foreign words, a foreigner will understand what you're saying.
All right,
You
so
hear
what
I'm
you
saying?
suggesting? We just start speaking gibberish and call that Somali?
No.
I think what he's saying is we need to be more protective. For example, the French, they are very protective of their language. They have something called the Académie de Français, where they're not allowed. They are the official organization, the official body of the government that comes up with new words in French. So, for example, if you have a new English word, selfie, for example, I think they have their own French word for it. They don't just use selfie. Even in other countries, they just adopted the word selfie, and maybe, and that's how they use it. But the French, they make it their own version of the word selfie, and that's what you need to do. So we need to have an official body, that protects the language, that comes up with new words every year, that has, formalize the dictionary and those things, But that might be a long time coming, a long time.
But do you think the Somali language needs to be reformed?
Yeah, especially in its grammar, and it's in the way, in the pronunciation, a lot of these things don't make sense. I already gave you the example of the word dakhan, the fact that some people write it different all the time. So you know how to pronounce it, but the way you write it is very different. So that needs to be far more formalized. I think what they did in the 1970s doesn't make a lot of sense. It was a beginning, but it has to be definitely improved upon.
Okay, but for now, do you think Somalis should ditch the Latin alphabet, or they should just keep things the way they are?
I think we should keep it. It's an international alphabet. It makes straight easy scientific research and all those other things.
That the government did was was make Somali written in the Latin.
Yeah, I agree.
The only good thing and beneficial thing he's done for Somalis. Literally, I can't think of anything else.
But Arma, how did it benefit Somalis when he just bought foreign alphabet?
Well, if you look at it, the Latin script is, you know, come on, it's the most powerful in the world. Like, this is what the language is all over the world, is what they, you know, people use to communicate and read.
Not really.
So,
true, but if you go to many countries like India or Greece
Yeah.
or
somebody
Ethiopia, Ethiopia doesn't even use the Latin alphabet. If you go to their country, everything is in Amharic, in the Giza
no,
alphabet.
I don't have any problem with that. In fact, I'm grateful that he's done that. We use the Latin alphabet.
Why? Like, because in the 70s, we had, I told Musa earlier on, there was two choices, the Osmania or the Latin, but he chose the Latin instead. I'm thinking, what if he chose that script today? If you go to Mogadishu, Hargeisa, even though Musa doesn't like it, and Siabari did join the Arab League, today you would have seen Arabic and Osmania written together.
I'm very well proud of the Osmania script. You know, the man who made it was from my clan. Believe me, I'm more than proud and happy about that history and that achievement. But at the same time, let's be honest, the Latin script is, you know, far more superior than the Osmania.
Somebody asked.
How is it superior? Like the Latin alphabet?
He's trying to say it's international.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but somebody asked, somebody asked, do we even have a dictionary in Somali? Yes, we do. You know, I have a book, a Somali dictionary book with 900
I had a
pages.
dictionary in Somali, actually.
Yeah,
if anyone else.
we do have it. If you want it, you know, you can get it.
Guys, I wanted to speak about. Go ahead, Bashir. You want to go through? Wallah, come through.
No, go ahead, Khalid. You spoke too long.
I wanted to speak about what do you guys think about the recent in 30 years the cinema in Mogadishu Balafur, yeah? MashaAllah, I want to big up to all the people that went to go watch the first screening. I love that. I just was wondering, because I've been watching one or two Turkish series, do you think there should be a cultural revolution through film in Makkah for the young generation?
Absolutely,
would you guys love to watch?
Yes.
Would you guys love to, like, for example, let me give you, my brothers and sisters, a little vision in your head, yeah. Like, you see the Turkish films, you watch how the Turkish, they're going through the Ottoman empires. Imagine the Ajuran, the Adal, Said Mogadishu, Arwela, you know, all these people coming to cinematic fruition. What do you guys think of that? Do you think culturally that would be improved? What would you guys think about that?
Absolutely,
a marvelous idea.
Yeah,
would that instill national pride? That would, because right now all my Turkish friends, they've got their chest out. There's no Turkish guy that I ever met. I've got the Garamayon. It still that national pride. What do you guys think? Especially if the nation's 70% is under 25. So what do you think? Do you think it's time to like a Ahmed Guri film? Okay,
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, the problem is, you know, we watch a lot of one thing that I liked was the fact that the first screen was a Somali movie. You know, that was a good thing. And we have a lot of problem in Somalia. We do too much Hindi films, and because of that, you know, a lot of women started bleaching their skin. You know, you know how Bollywood is obsessed with this whole fair and lovely. You know,
India is the number one country, Bashir, to bleach themselves. India is number one.
That degenerate ideology
about
Nigeria as well.
One second. Let the brother finish.
You know, that degenerate ideology of, you know, preferring light skin over darker skin. You know, somehow if you're not fair, you're not worthy. That ideology came to Somalia, and a lot of Somali women started bleaching their skin. So that shows you how powerful media can be. You know, it can definitely change the entire.
Bashir King, I wanted to bring you up on this, right? I was on this other stream, this African stream. What do you lot think about it, like with colorism? Because do you think colorism is a big problem in Africa? Because I was debating on the stream saying that you do have problems with skin bleaching, but who's ever heard of colorism?
Rad, can we come back to that later on? Let's talk about the revolution.
Oh yeah, the revolution. Yes, I should have apologized.
Let's flow, and then we get back into the club. I don't think I don't know about the colorism. That's just like a dumber thing, innit? Really, but what do you guys thinking about a cultural revolution? Like Bashir is saying,
Wallahi, we have so many great stories, you know, Ahmed Gurey, the Sayyid, there were so many so many wars between different clans. So the material is already there, you know. Wallahi, you have a lot of things to work with. We can
Because
have
guys,
our
like I was
own
saying,
little.
Bashir, have you guys watched the Grave Digger's Wife? That film, Djibouti
I've seen it, but I haven't watched it,
Beautiful.
you know.
You don't need to watch it. It's in Somali. The cinematics, you know,
Oh,
it's not
it's in
even that.
Somali.
It's
not
in
in English.
Somali. No, it's in
Oh,
Somali. Of Somali
okay,
hardly.
wonderful.
And the cinematics, the way they did that film, you know, the professionalism, do you feel like right now, because I was watching the first screening in 30 years of film in Somali, but I feel like now it's time, if we have Somali directors do you think that will install nationalism back into the
Yes,
community?
okay. They need to invest in modern cinemas. Like, I'm not modern cinema. They should invest in modern studios. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like is this kind of weird? Did you know Somalis have got a film industry outside the country called Somaliwood? Who's heard of Somaliwood?
Is there really?
Yeah, that is based in Ohio. Back in the early 2000s, they used to make Somali films. It used to be on DVD.
Oh yes, Rad. I know
Who's
about
heard of
them.
that
Yeah,
film Rajo? Who's
I
heard
know
of that
about
film
that.
Rajo? I love that film Rajo.
Wasn't Senduk the comedian Rad in one of the films, isn't it? Yeah, something
Which
like that.
comedian?
Sungub, the Ogaden one. He got deported
not-
from America, I think, or he ran away from America. So a while back ago, he died allowed in Harris, but yeah.
We're in the Lahan. Is he blind? Some good.
I don't know. I don't think he's. I've not heard. I'm not too sure if he's blind or not. But he's a very funny guy. From like 20 years ago, he used to be active, and before Somalia went to shit. But I know exactly what Rad is talking about. Yeah, such a thing did exist in the early 2000s.
You
So
know,
what's your thoughts? Go ahead, Bashir. Go ahead,
yeah, I like it, you know, but you have to be very careful. It has to be well regulated, you know. With a lot of film industries, especially Hollywood and then Bollywood, they promote degeneracy, you know. You have seen it how they promote these LGBT nonsense, you know.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
tend to be far more liberal a lot of
Uh-huh.
often. So it has to be well regulated, you know. The thing with the ones in Turkey, you know, even then, you know, when you watch those soap series and those films, and you look at the people that play in them, they look like white people. Why they act and behave like white people, and then you look at the average Turk, he doesn't look anything like it. So yeah, so you have to be careful with the movie industries, you know.
Yo, you know something funny? Like if you know in Turkey, right? Yeah, it's proper. Like, you know Turkey, right? Yeah, how they you know, I was watching this concert right here on YouTube, right? Yeah, this famous rapper or whatever came to Turkey. Imagine if he did a concert in Somalia. Nagan Domarka will be dressed conservatively wearing hijab and that. But in Turkey, Naga Qawani and Domarka and Ayalka Domarka just wearing like what Ayalka in UK are wearing. I'm thinking, what? You'd think you're in a European country.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, these in the film industries, they're very liberal. The people in the arts tend to be far more liberal, and so when they promote these ideologies, you know, that are against our deen, against our dakhan. So unless the government formally regulates it, and there is a body within the movie industry that has to approve these movies, the way with the Chinese do. You know, the Chinese have developed their own movie industry, so the government approves every movie. If the movie contains something that they don't like, it's not allowed to be screened. So you have to have those, safeguards in place. Otherwise, they'll become like they want to copy Hollywood, you know, and then they'll promote degeneracy all the time.
Okay, so in the movie industry, great, mate. And Somalis already have like they got their own comedy shows, like they film and all that stuff anyway. Like in Somalia, they got many stuff that they film. So I don't know why like you guys are trying to like go like full on West. Like you guys are trying to say in a way, let's dive into the West. Basically, that's what you're saying with this thing, yeah. Am I right? Let's dive into the West. Like let's show them. And what we can do in terms of films and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, let's provide like an alternative, you know, which keeps it Somali based, sort of like. No, I'm not gonna say Islamic because I'm saying like traditional culture, not liberal, and stuff like that. But just showcase Somali pride and history. Because we all agree we have a very rich history. I mean, come on, 500 years ago, we were literally Portuguese dead
Ahmed,
all over all over the Horn. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
And
meanwhile in Mozambique,
but you guys are kind of you guys are kind of blind to the fact that nowadays, in this day and age, YouTube is the new like medium front, and there's a lot of Somalis and back in Somalia who film Nolosha Somali did it. So
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
TikTok as well. Don't forget
Yeah.
TikTok. Bro.
Yeah. There's all that going
Wallahi,
on. Like
TikTok, you know,
they
it's
can
just
see
Absolute cancer, wallah.
TikTok
Absolute.
is the
Horta, you
most.
know I don't like.
Wallahi,
You know I
if
don't
you go
like.
on TikTok, you hate Somalis.
I
So
despise.
you know what? Who's gonna help me? I'm gonna go to Somalia and cut the internet connection off. Who's gonna help me so you stop getting these pops on the internet? Who's with me on that?
So they can stop getting what?
Internet.
You're gonna cut it off? Why?
Because there's too many pops. I'll give an example. These pops here were hassling this. There's this company in America. Is a consultation firm. This company called Wasman Consultancy. They thought it was the folks were bombarding this Facebook page saying sexual stuff because they thought Wasman was. Can you believe that?
Really?
Somalis should be banned from the internet. Big man thing, I swear.
Yeah.
Just ban them.
Oh,
And they're so embarrassing.
wallahi, no shame. No
So
shame.
cringe-worthy as well. Just cringe-worthy.
Absolutely.
You see comments like you watch a YouTube video, yeah, and you'll see a comment, and you just see some mad irrelevant like thing going on, like just some weird like irrelevant comment which has nothing to do with video. It's just ridiculous, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
From
like
Somali,
YouTube is the least YouTube is the least the least of our problems. You know, if you look at the Somalis on different platforms, on YouTube they are more they are more better behaved. TikTok, Clubhouse, or Twitter, those things will make you hate Somalis.
See, with the thing about the clubhouses is just full of shakalaan riyal, just totally jobless. Like I've got free time on their hands to just chat shit for hours on end. Like, do they never get bored of talking? Go on.
I was just wondering, yeah, and for me on YouTube, and there's like two YouTubers that I know from Somaliland that do a good job of representing my country. And I'm just wondering, in South Somalia, is there any streamers or like and YouTubers that like show the South Somalia to the world?
Absolutely.
What's their names? Can you name any?
All right, I'll find the video for you. I have it.
Okay, then we can do that later.
By the way, I dropped a link to the movie Rajo, the old school movie.
Okay, check the link. I'll check the one about the movie as well. You know, that's my city. So she made a vlog.
Oh yeah, Bashir, where are you from again? Are you from South Africa or the Netherlands?
Oh, that girl! Oh, bloody hell, man! She's a show off, man. I can't watch her. She's an absolute show off, man.
So what's the problem? She's a good girl. I know the one that you're talking about. Okay, I like that guy as well. Kayser.
There's also the Somaliland tourist. She's a woman and she does a good job.
I don't. I just like Kayser. He makes good quality videos. You know.
Did you see his latest one? That one was dope. Ya Bure Ilahi. Ya Samada Bure Ilahi. Yo, they were getting off on that one.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. What was the title? It was said Nolosha Khalbit of so something like that. You know, a day in the life of what did he say? I like the one Nolosha Giljiri. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yo, do you know they Somalia, man? They need to make a movie back home, but I don't think they're ready for it.
First of all, do
Yeah,
you know
we're
how
not
much a
ready for
movie
it. We're
costs?
not socially
What do you?
mature yet.
No, no, I'm talking about mixing the dinta with a horror movie, but having a lesson behind it. What do you think of that?
What?
Say that again, bro. Say that again.
Mixing this is like, for example, there's a movie in Nigeria called End of the Wicked. How it's a bit of a horror movie, but there's deen in it. There's a message behind it. I was thinking to myself, what if they did that in Somalia? Had conservatism, a bit of horror, and deen.
Yeah, that'd be
What
good.
do you think of
Yeah,
that?
that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be beneficial.
For example, you could call it. I don't want to say it yet because I know you lot would steal my idea. If I were to mention the name of the movie,
Bro, you look like a movie.
Like Degder.
Wait, what did he say?
Degder.
if a movie, a name of. What do you think of this movie title? Can you just imagine?
You look like a movie,
Ninka
man.
Walan Kuchika Dakata. Miraya da Ninka Walan.
Miara the Nikawalan? Is that the title?
Miraya da Skelalian Nin Walan.
That's a big title, man.
I'm confused. Okay, so
That's
okay, say
too
the
long,
title
bro.
again.
For a title, bro.
You know, I don't
Basically, in
know which
English,
part of
Maniac
the
in the
title.
Mirror. How would you translate that in
No,
Somali?
okay, so
Maniac
you say
in the Mirror.
Maniac in the Mirror.
Ninsku dhex buuqay.
Basically, when in jin kuchira mirayada ukupota ukuchira mirayada ukaso
Oh, lie. The Somali levels on this panel today, the quality of Somali is poor. Please.
You guys want to hear? Hey, guys.
Wallahi,
You know what?
I'm butchering my language. Please.
Hey, you man. You know what, Rad? The title he just gave me about the was it the Maniac in the Mirror? I just made me think of this funny war story from the war, yeah, the Civil War, right? I'm not going to mention which group it is, yeah, so I don't want to offend anyone, okay?
Yo, I
but
can
apparently,
actually see embarrassment in Khaled's face.
hold on. This is the story, yeah. So one of these militia guys, yeah, they raid this house, innit? So and then he's got his weapon, he's got this AK. Goes into one of the bedrooms and he sees a guy just stood there with a weapon in his hand. And then next thing you know, he shoots that guy. Yeah? And then obviously, lo and behold, he doesn't know that he's actually looking at himself. He's looking at a reflection through a mirror because he's Zarebadio. He doesn't know that that's his own reflection because he's never seen a mirror before.
How would you know Tuti?
Yeah. He shot the mirror, basically. Thinking it's someone else.
I beg you, reveal the tribe of that donut, fam.
No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
No, you can say it in the private chat, you know.
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. Do you want me to say it? Who wants me to say it? Show of hands in the comments.
In the comment section, press I don't know what.
Go to the private chat.
Type in 2 S's if you want him to see it. Should we see if the chat says, if the live chat says, tell us the tribe, no man. Tell us the goddamn tribe.
I know. It's probably.
Wait, one second. I know Amazon. You can't handle the truth.
All right.
Somebody says he's an MJ.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. He was a guy.
Say it.
Okay. I go in. Now them men are brave hearts, you know. Don't make me phone little man, you know. I'll phone little man for you, you know.
It was little man's other.
Nah, man. The OGs are pissed.
Hey, I love my OGs, but they're my fellow clan members, innit? So it's calm.
Yes. Yeah. I saw your MJ, man. I saw you're the Bogortoya.
I am MJ, but listen, I dish out to fellow Darods as much as I give it to everybody else.
I know, I see that. But you're MJ from Kismayo, though. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
So that don't make sense about your type of MJ. I don't get it, fam. You man are lost.
No, we've been in Kismayo for years.
No, actually, it makes sense, yeah.
We've been in Kismayo for about 150 years, bro.
No,
Ogaden's invited us down south, innit?
Yeah, Kismayo is controlled by
because there was what it was. Let me give you guys the story, yeah. So you know, like in the north, yeah, in northern Bari, where my MJ kabil live, Alice Sullivans, yeah. There was this really terrible drought, and then obviously starvation, drought, famine, you name it, and then Ogaden's just conquered those Juba areas from the Galamado, the Oromos. And then they said, all right, you guys come down here. We just conquered this fresh, fertile land. You guys are going through a really bad drought. Come down. So we went down there en masse and on ships. And yeah, we've been there for like
ships.
What?
Filling
The Beden ship. The Beden.
Also,
I'll show you.
also,
I've got a video. I've got a video
My
evidence.
nigga,
Yeah.
we're all the way in.
Because of
but listen to this. Yeah. No. Let me throw something in the mix.
Water.
This is what I didn't get yet. Let me throw something in the mix in it. Yeah. There's a video of a bunch. I don't know whether it's after 77. A video of mass people. I think majority Darods. Legenia Kismayo or Bada the Bashla Baranio. You tell me that people were there 100 years ago around them areas. Surely shouldn't they be fishermen? This. So there's evidence. I'll show you. Well, I'll bring it out for you. The
Bro,
boy
if we've only came to Kismayo in 1977, how come my dad was born there? How come his dad was born there? How come countless thousands of Alisalaban and other Harti, in fact, Dulbante and Wisagelis from there? If only we've been there since 77. What's that, 4 years?
Yeah.
43, 44 years? Oh, do the math, Sahib. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical.
But you know,
you're clever, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point. No, that's a good point because I see the video evidence. It made me think.
No, but you're correct. You know,
that video, Khalid, that you're talking about, was probably Marayhans that were being settled in Kismayo by Siad Barre, you know, because he was helping
I
us.
was going to mention that. So around the 80s, I believe, around maybe
late 70s.
Late 70s. Yeah, there was a drought in the north. You know, a huge drought. There was a lot of people dying. So what Siad did, he how do you say it? He relocated a lot of Darots from the north, Marayhan, Dobahante was in Gedi, you know, and Majartens to the south, and they were brought to especially around the Shabelle River. They were taught how to farm. Some of them were brought to Mogadishu around the Benaidi region, and they were taught how to fish. You know, hundreds of thousands of them, were relocated to the south. So yeah, that's probably what you saw. When it comes to the Majartens in Kismayo, they have been there for a long time. You know,
Maxi Rodriguez, stop chatting shit, you naas. Come on the chat if you got balls. I'd be what's up.
I get that. Actually, he knows his stuff. He's a brother from Galmudik. He knows his thing, man. He's from the Mudik side in the store.
Oh, he's one of the red eyes, is he?
Red eyes.
In the Gadud, yeah.
In the Gadud. I mean, the Gadud, I can't say nothing, yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah. But yeah, Bashir King's partly right. So I think the 77 video that you referred to must have been the Marayhans that Siad Barre brought over to Kismayo.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. But that's all just, again, trivia, you know.
I just saw a bunch of Somali Labares and Ludabasho. And
I don't think Somalis can still swim. Hands up, who can swim on this panel? Hands, yeah, the volunteer in this panel.
I know, I hate in the Bashto.
Yeah, there you go, bro.
That can you know how the biggest sea coast in Africa. I'm gonna want
you know.
Someone said it's Howie is the majority. What's this about? Rodriguez.
Where
Rodriguez, if that's true, Sahib, how come there's never been a Hawiya rule of Kismayo, even after Siad Barre fucked off to Nigeria? Answer that question, bro.
You know what he did, that bastard, even after he relocated a lot of the Darots from the north because there was a famine there, a lot of the houses, in the south, which used to belong to the Hawis, they were forced out of their homes, and then he gave it to his Marayhan friends, to a lot of the Darots, especially in Mogadishu. So a lot of people there, after that's why,
what? I'm gonna say one thing. I'm so grateful for Magisi. What's his name? What's this? Aidid. I'm so grateful for Aidid. Thank you so much. 91 was a blessing because it forced Dadka to go back to Dulkoda. Magaladan maaha magaaladan dad kale ta iskale qabiil kale ta iskale dhulkiina ku noqda dhis dhulkiina
That's not the problem. The problem was a lot
Listen,
of the
if your
people.
brother adu walaalka fiiri adu
But
walaalka
listen,
wax
Mogadishu was a metropolitan city. A lot of different Qabilas lived there. But the fact is,
bro,
a lot of the Hawiyas who owned houses there, they were forced out of their houses. Their houses was taken away from them, and it was given to the
yeah,
Daros.
and then when Daros got kicked out of Hamad in '91, they got their houses back in it. Win-win for everybody.
That is true.
What I'm saying is, when your brother walaalka wax markuu ku tusiyo, even hadduu xanuun ku keeno, wax fiican waay mi garad. Yeah, and Aidid and the USC and Ali Mahdi, yeah, they showed Daros, Majatens, and so on. Gurigiin waa kaasa ku noqda meeshaan gurigeyga maxaa ka what are you doing in my house?
I don't know. It was
Go back
I
to
did.
your house.
I don't know if I did that. There was a video of I did. He's talking to the Bergedis, soldiers, and telling them, "Don't harm innocent people. We're just here to fight against Yadbre and against this regime." But then there's a video of General Morgan and his little fuckish lunatics saying, "We want to ethnically cleanse the Hawiyas."
Bro, come on, Sahib. You're a smart guy. But you're telling me, yes, I know. There is that video
I'm
of
hearing too much
General
Hawiya
Morgan.
propaganda.
There was, no. That is true. Bashir is right. That video of Morgan is true. He did say that. But you're also telling me that Ali Mahdi or Aidid never said anything like that? Come on, brother.
I haven't seen. I don't know about Ali Haidid.
Let's not insult don't insult my intelligence.
When it comes to General
No,
Aidid,
they're coming
I
with
don't
Hawiya propaganda.
listen. No. When it comes to General Aidid,
Everybody was in it. Everybody was in it. Everyone was egging on
that
their
guy
that's
only
called.
cared about being president, okay? And even then, after that, even then, he was killed by his own people. So I don't think he was obsessed with killing the Daros as much as the Morgan and Siad brothers were about killing the Hawiyas. I haven't seen any video of him saying we need to ethically cleanse the Daros. I have not seen any video of that. If you have it for me, brother, send it in the chat. I want to see it. But I can send you the chat of General Morgan saying those things and his other.
I know, but again,
so say that again, Bashir. Who was saying that we need to ethnically cleanse who?
General Morgan and his little lunatics. There's a video of them saying it's the Galka Daro Hawiya. We need to cleanse the Hawiyas. We need to annihilate them.
Oh, can you send me that video? Can you send it on the back chat to me?
Is that key media? Is that video on key
right
media?
now, as a MJ, he did say that, and Morgan was an MJ. He did say that, and it is on video for everybody to see. But you're seriously, I know there isn't no video of Aidid saying that, but you're damn well telling me that he never said that to his men to go out there and have fun.
I haven't seen any video of it, or
I know there probably
have
is a
it,
video
send
that
it to me.
hasn't come out.
Bro, if you have it, send it to me. If you have evidence proving
No,
that,
I don't say I'd have evidence, but you're telling me honestly he didn't make it unofficial, like for his men to go out and have their wicked ways with everybody. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Let's not yard around.
I can only go what is evident. I can't read his mind. I can only go by what's evident.
Okay, right. Okay, you're just acting ignorant now for the sake of it.
Could I? What? By the way, news topic. What do you lot
Bashir
think
is
of?
displaying. You see, but Sahib Yal, you see how I just admitted what Morgan what said and did, and how I actually said yes, he did say it. As a fact, there's video there. But Bashir, typical Somali, is like no, because he's from his own clan or he's from a clan that he admires or is allied with. He's going to allow him to do. He's going to get away with whatever he has done.
Did you not hear what I
and
said?
Not criticize.
I said I haven't seen any video of him saying those things.
Shut up.
Look how he gets offended.
No.
Let's listen to him.
Shut in rubbish, man.
I said to you, yeah, I haven't
Shut
seen
in
any
rubbish.
video.
Okay, there may not be a video, but you're actually telling me that you're telling me that he never, on an unofficial meeting without no videotape, met with his men or gave out orders to not have to rein in his men and to stop them from going.
I don't know.
Okay,
but what I know
is,
do
you really believe that he never said that, gave an order out, and he never stopped them from committing crimes against people?
I don't know.
I bet you're going to say no.
But when it comes to direct order, I don't know if he did that. Unless you have evidence for it, you can show it to me. I'm not going to say, he did it. But I do know what General Morgan did because there's video of him. So you can't compare the two things, you know.
Yeah. Okay, right,
All
okay.
right.
Yo, anyway, what do
See,
you lot think of R. Kelly's conviction?
what is that?
Come
That
on.
has nothing to do with Somali issues, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
No,
man.
I'm just
Come
saying
on,
to
man.
you is, yeah, he's old school. I'm gonna say he's old school. We all used to
Nah,
listen to
but
R. Kelly.
forget all of that fitna,
No,
man. I
no.
don't even want to even listen to it. There's no... Brother Molid, salam alaikum from back home.
Son.
MOG in the building. Straight from Mogadishu. Talk to me.
Khalid, I send the video to you. Check in the chat.
Okay. Oh shit, 31 minutes long. What's the best bit? There must be a best bit.
Around the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes when he
Let's
made.
watch it. Yeah, I don't mind watching this. Jeez. Brother Molid, much Okta. Where's Molid?
dagaal famnina ma jiro waxaa jira dagaal daarood iyo awiyo warwarka ma garateen warka waxa weeye dagaal daarood iyo hawiyo weeye nafar harayaana ma jiro
sheegashada magaca qabiil wax dhib ah ma laha ee waa soo jireen ka mid ah hidaha iyo dhaqanka ummadda.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Dub ah in qabiilka lagu
I'm
dhaco
speaking loud and I cannot hear your voice.
iyo qaab kasta ha ku yimaadee. Sidoo kale ma jiro qabiil wada fiican ama mid wada xun ee waxaa jira siyaasi ficil xun oo qabiilnimada ku ugaarata.
كان سعودنا معهن معها كسماية يا عارك شلة وين نمير عادة والنبضة هاد معها عن عادنا قبضة منهم هل كاسين وكان نوحن هبار والد بعكت سيسا ما أنت دب نوقف سنة مركا قد يدنا كسعنا ولي ما قال ما أنت هوية تبر ولا ملا هوية لحيس كل ما تبر ولا تبر كهرت من المجلس لكن دنا دي يبارك مع سبابك يبارك معها اسكتشجي taas waxaad moodaa weli aagan inay ka maqanta marka isbarbar dhigay maalin tooniga baydhawatay iyo halka marka isbarbar dhigo faraq weyn baa u dhaxaya faraqa weyn u dhaxayana waxa keenay hadee dadka meesha ku nool bini'aadamku isaga ishalqaama isagana sabaabula isagana waxaan ku arkaa weeye iyagu inaan marnaba inaan odayaalba abaabuleen ragga mujaahidiinta iyagu inay isdiraan oo iyagu baalkii qorigooda soo qaata marka cadowga la soo sheego ay baawarta fulaan waxa hadda guriga laga soo jafayay waxa lagu daalayay halkaas ma taado taa marka waxa ku xaqiijinaysaa waxa weeye maanta inay isku tashadeen ilaa hadda baladogle waxa weeye 90 kilomitir buu u jiraa xamar inana waxa u jiraa 180 kilomitir marka inay isku tashadeen oo hadda sii socon karaan baa halka ka muuqato waa garabkaaga midigtaana khasab laba ciidan oo dhinaca isku haya midig iyo bidix ba iskaashi waa khasab inay yeeshaan
أنا وحنا أنا رفت الرباية وحنا رفت اللي يقدر
يلي لا باهر
هاي فرنين أنا يليني جت كي جت هاي يعني اللي يقدر horta waa isayaamaynaysaan waxaan rabay inaan dagaalamo oo doodo oo hadlo laakiin wax la duubahayo la kaydin hayo waxaan inkiraan rabay hadhowti marka ma see la isugu gelayaa ma laga daaya
Hello, yes, Molid. Kuma qlina.
Haduu li maqla?
Kuma qlina.
Hormud wala bariya laafka marka soo galo wax la qeybay qaldama ma waqaani.
Mami, in yar yarow kaadi iyo after the video. 5 minutes waan yara daawana
ilaahay isinka khasab baa laygu keenay waan ka xiisa dhacay ragga iyaga hor imaatinkiisa markaan runta u hadalno waan ka xiisa dhacay inaan wuxuu sheegana waa ka xiisa dhacay sababta keenaysa gabdhahuna waa ila wada mid walaalayaalo ilma adeerayaalo oo walaalayaalo ilaahay baan idinku dhaariyey oo rasuulkaan idinku hal keliya nooga tura hal habbaan oranayaa baan idhanaya maadaama ayraboorkii loo socdo waqti anna aan rabo inaan muddo badan qaato ayaan suuragalna ahayn waxaan odhanhayaa war naga ilaaliya hawiye wuxuu ku qurux badnaa oo ku duubnaa oo Soomaali ku ahay oo insaan ku ahaa isku duubn daarood ku dhex jirkiisii xayawaan buu soo baxay waxaan idin sheegaya kablalah wuxuu harti ku qurux badnaa kablalah isku duubnaantiisii kablalah markii ogaadeen qayb ka mid ah in ka baxdayna waxaa soo baxay dhaliilo badan oo la saari jiray dadka aan dib isugu noqono isa saxno qalcada intaynu ka baxaynana allihiin alla haduu yahay hal dabbaha lagu socdo ilma adeerayaal oo khilaafka naga daayay oo ilma adeerayaal waa gumbaanaha gabdhaha yagu gumbaanuna gabdhaha daarood waa gumoobeen gudnimadaba may annagu gumbaan siinahay weli idinkaana sii gumayseen ilma adeerayaal oo naga daayay gudnimada nimaadu dhaxal weeye lama dhibsado oo nayaaya goobanimaadu dhaxal weeye lama dhibsado oo dhismaha qaabkeedu iriir waa ka dhaarsan yahay oo xima rag dhaqan jiriya sinjeegeenna waa dhibtaa ee dhadhan xarigeeda seheedaya dhidaradow ee nagihii dhiriqda looda dhifta moodi jiray iyo laboodkii dhaloon dhamin dhabashlihii dameerihii ay ka
Yeah, guys. What do you guys think of that?
Yep.
Those are your thoughts on that.
Heard that loud and clear. That is beautiful poetry right there. That is Shakespeare level. Shakespeare level, white guys.
No, I feel like
Guys, look, at the end of the day, we all need to recognize. Just stop crying about something that happened 30 years ago. Everybody did fucked up shit. My clan, other clans, Morgan, they did. Even Khalid for you.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Khalid,
everyone did it. Yeah? Everyone did it. Everyone did it. Yeah.
No, not everybody
did.
You
tried to get wiped out of the face of the planet. Did we try to wipe you guys off the face of the planet? Why are you saying everyone did wrong?
What do you mean, bro?
Let's say it how it is, yeah. You guys did us wrong. For the most part, you guys did us wrong. If
I don't like you guys.
If the SNM wanted to attack Said Barre's regime and all that, yeah, I would even say they had a point to do that. Wasn't he trying to fuck over the North in the first place? Wasn't that the reason why they attacked him? And was it and in terms of that, they escalating into what Said Barre done? And you guys what trying to say we the ones that instigated a massive genocide? What are you on about, bro?
My nigga,
we're not the ones that started this.
This is how much of a nuts you are. I'm Majartan. We were the first to go against Siad Barre, so shut the fuck up, you fucking nuts. See, this is what I mean. That's double the Cadlan. They just chat out of their ass.
So without, who are you trying to defend? Who are you trying to defend? Listen. What I'm saying is simple. What I'm saying, what you said is what you said.
Did I not say Morgan is scum for what he did? Did I not criticize the man for my own plan?
But what you said is we all did wrong. What you said is we all did wrong. No, we didn't all do wrong. So my land's innocent in this instant. We're innocent. We're the ones that
tell the people of Boredom that. Tell the people of Boredom that. You emotional little bitch. Tell the people of Boredom that then. Nag your hole. Shut the fuck up, man. Such a little nag. Why are you raising your voice, man? Chill, calm the hell down.
This is how I talk. If you don't like it, and you're getting all emotional
right now, bro. You sound like Mado. Chill, take a chill pill, man.
if you're getting emotional right
you're on
now,
your
the
period
only
or
person
something.
getting emotional right now is you, okay?
You're on your
Calm down,
period
calm
or
down,
something.
You can't take the
guys,
fact
guys,
how I
guys,
feel, okay?
man.
This guy.
Let's not make it personal. Let's not
ترتيب
make it
شخصي بقى
personal.
If you want to bring the eye, we can eye all day. Either you want a conversation,
What's wrong with
or if
this
you
guy?
can't handle the conversation,
Here I
if you
was
cannot handle the
talking to the
conversation, don't need to
brother.
don't
You're
need to
the
resort
one
to
who's
eye
screaming
Yeah,
up
but
the
Musa,
damn
adiga
topic
shaytaan
for
kaska
that.
naar
okay?
walalo, yeah.
But if you want to resort to eye to mother, I can cuss you all day.
Bro,
Hoyada was, Abaha
you're
was,
the one. You're the one
Abaha
who's
Silka was. I can do that as well
screaming.
all day long. But
You're
that's
the
not
one
going to
who's
get us anywhere. It's not going to get us
but
anywhere, okay? If you want to have a conversation, have a
you're the one
conversation.
who's screaming off
But
the top of his face. All right, like an ape. So just relax, chill,
and now I'm screaming.
take a deep breath.
I'm literally talking. This is how I talk.
Take
This is
a
how
deep
I
breath.
talk. If you
Okay,
do not
because
like how I talk,
Yeah, but
that's your
Musa,
problem.
Musa,
If you're
okay,
intimidated by the
man.
way I talk, that's your
Bro, it's
problem
not
as
even
well.
that, man.
You're
Mahili
listening
dambe
to
na,
by
man.
you
getting
sound on
intimidated and
edge. You
insulting
sound
me.
a bit on edge, bro.
Just remember, I didn't throw a single insult first,
You
okay? It was
sound
him
a
that
bit on edge,
throw
man.
insult first, and now he's trying to
It's like
like make it out like
you're hella,
it's me that's
you're
doing
very
it.
much triggered now, my man.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
extremely
not triggered.
triggered now.
Yeah,
Like
actually, yes,
it's
I
good.
am triggered. I am triggered.
There you
Yeah, but
go.
100%,
shaytaan
I'm
kaska
triggered.
naar, man. Waa halal,
There
man.
you go.
100% I'm triggered.
There you go. There you
100%.
go.
100%.
There you go.
100%. For
No,
See,
because
Saeed
man.
you
Barre,
come in here.
for Saeed Barre, your
You
grandfather,
come in here.
what
You
your people
come in here.
in the South done to mine. Yes, I'm triggered for that. For that, I'm triggered. Yes,
So
100%. You
what?
guys want to go back to war? We can go back to war any bloody day, bro. Any
What?
day. Any
Yeah,
day.
but
You
What?
guys
Musa,
want to go
man.
back to
Come
war?
on,
Sahib,
guys.
Sahib,
We can do it.
you live in London, man. You're a refugee in London. Naga Amos. What are you
And you think
talking
I
about?
can't go back to my land? You think I can't go back to my land?
Farhan, you know what? You're mentally ill, I think. You need to be
enough guys
sectioned.
enough hello hello
انزل
أحمد
قول
فهد.
حلوة
Fahman,
I
يا
can't
labadina
go
أخي.
back to
la.
my land.
Ariya,
Like,
labadina
عيالها
kala
you're not
aamusa,
even
man.
refuting me here at all.
Subhanallah.
This guy.
How
absolutely
you not moderate, man? This is
Yeah,
say
you man.
enough
I'm just
enough
gonna
enough
be. I'm just gonna keep muting you, man, down, man. It's not you, man. Show either nigga digga, fam. Respect that panel.
Muslim
You
enough
dadka ka aamusa. Ila
Shaydaanka
maanta
iska
la.
naar. Subhanallah.
waxaa la wada shimbirays qabsaday qalqayrinayo baa
As
soo
cock
dhawaanay enough
sizes right now. This is what it
enough
is. Labadina shaytaan
They
kaska
can't
naar.
take
Fikir hungry. Just
Why
ayar shaytaan kaska
are you
naar
making
arigna.
out? Why are you making
No,
out
stop.
that
No,
I'm the one that
ariga qaylada,
instigated?
bruv. Stop.
Gaila
Yelling.
de.
Ayar shaytaan kaska naar. You're making man yo. It's 10 o'clock at night.
yeah
10:30.
Listen, if they
Shaytaan
can't
kaska
take
naar.
their truth,
Just shaytaan kaska naar, bro.
I think we say Shaydan Kiskana.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والله
أعوذ
الشيطان
بالله من
كسكنا
الشيطان الرجيم. You happy
تاسي
now?
مع موسى تاسي عايش
Muse
شيء وهلا
Muse walaa markay hadda
Really,
socodka yar
really,
gacbi
I
don't
don't have
speak
time for this. My toilet is better than your toilet. Rubbish, all right? That every Somali seems to be fixated on. You get me? Equally, everywhere is equally shit. Nowhere is better than anywhere. Nowhere is more prosperous than
Somaliland,
everywhere else.
Somaliland.
Here we go again. All right, then.
It
If you
is
want to
better
believe that, Sahib, I'll let you believe
Yeah,
that.
Musa والله أريجنا you're on this
Again,
divide sort
I
of
don't,
thing والله أريجنا ما
if
نقدر this
Somaliland is better, bro, how come Kohoti, you're a refugee in London? ما هرجيس كنا قتل. So please, Sahib.
Mardo Bankno Banaya. Mardo Bankno
No,
Banaya.
hata kuna go
And
back
most
today,
of my
right
family,
now.
most of my family are already back there, bro.
Okay,
They're already
hata
back there. They
today ma
moved back
kuna
there.
قتل. Heathrow Airport ticket Bucharest. So
I'm
go back
making too
then.
much
If you
money over here.
play,
I'm making too much money over here, bro. Making too much money
see,
over here.
this is what I mean. This taller, my taller is better than your taller bullshit. Marcus Somali does what when they
Listen carefully.
when they're in their
It's only a
council
matter
room
of
in
time.
London.
It's only a matter
you
of
man
time.
you
before
man
Mr.
you man you
Somali
man
comes.
stop the ego
Wallah,
thing
this
yeah
is yo.
It's
stop
not
the
ego,
ego
bro.
hands
It's not
Waya
ego.
kala
Kick them out of
qabanayo
They
here,
just
man.
can't
Wallahi,
take the
this is
facts.
bro
annoying.
bro
I
These
can't
guys
mute
don't
them
take the facts.
I can't mute them
Listen, look,
mute them
this is 2020, 30 years. Debato, refugee, gajo, poverty, terrorism,
And
Al
you guys
Shabaab.
have still not acknowledged that fact. You guys,
enough
that's a bit that.
enough
Yo, wallahi,
nah come on
I'm
let's
tired.
carry on man
Subhanallah. Did you kick them out?
no I'm timing them out you man come back in 5 minutes
Yeah.
yeah they're trying to make this an
Yeah.
ego thing innit it's an
Yeah,
ego
yeah
thing
bro
right now
tick for tack fam
I can't deal with it bro shaitan kaskana come back one of you man
أعوذ بالله
man
من
trying to get
الشيطان
back to it
بسم الله
yeah
الرحمن
that's
الرحيم
about it bro Maxi, what's going on, Rodriguez?
Yes, my brothers. How you doing?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, my brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, bro. Bro, I couldn't sit there at KSY, so I now want to put my two cents quickly.
Go ahead, Machi.
Yeah, Jubalan, Hawiya, Skale, Hawiya, the Grand Chirte Willigate. So it's us. You know what I mean? Let me just quickly say, Secondly, yeah, I did wuxuu dagaalamay kacanka waay. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't fighting that road. He was fighting a regime. You know what I mean? Kacanka regime kaas
Absolutely,
inuu ka saaro. Markuu ka saaro kadib Soomaaliya isku imaato ayaga laftooda waxay rabaan doortaan. Asaga xataa madax ma soo rabinba. He was saying Soomaalida ayaga doorantoona.
No, no, he did want to
You know,
become
we know,
president, bro. That guy declared himself to be president of the country on Somali radio.
he wasn't. No, he didn't declare himself. He was still chasing Morgan. Marco Ali Mahdi declared himself president in Mogadishu. So literally, he didn't declare himself president. And then after that, the Galki is okay about
Didn't Aidid wasn't Aidid killed by fellow Habargadr teenagers? So you know, I don't think we should be, you know,
not
he died in the gutter.
Listen, that's what I'm trying
in
to
the
tell
back
you.
streets, bro. You know what I mean? But you know what? You know what though? I salute him because he made MJs go back and build Puntland and go back home. So I salute him and I'm grateful for him on that. Because if that didn't happen, if Siad Barre stayed in power, Darod stayed in power, Puntland would not be built up. All MJs would still be in Mogadishu, and so on. So I'm grateful for Aidid or whoever, USC or Ali Mahdi or you name it, kicking Darod, particularly MJs, out of Mogadishu. Go back home. Go back to your ancestral home. Build your land up.
No one ever kicked her Machertem from Muhammad.
Well, regardless, kicked out or expelled, you name it.
Yeah,
I'm great.
There were not that many.
Wait,
Wait, Ahmed. There were not that many MJs in Hamar. I don't know why. There were a lot of OGs, Marihans. Yeah, not that many MJs.
No, but MJs what they did on their own accord. I got فكرين or the look هنا عادنا look هنا اسكو دسنا انت هبرجي اسكو دغاليان يا حمار ما فاهمينه.
That's what I mean. Regardless,
but no one actually chased them. Literally, you got to remember SSDF, SNM, USC, SBM. There was quite a lot. But that's the to get rid of the Siad Barre. So
you guys know what a necessary evil is. Necessary evil is when an evil occurs, but it's absolutely necessary. And 91 was a necessary evil to make people go back home and to build up their parts of the country and not put all the money and all the baskets into Mogadishu. Or the eggs into one basket, rather.
Are you saying the genocide was necessary?
No, I'm saying 91 was a necessary evil to make people go back home to build up their own homes.
That's bullshit, mate. That's bullshit. That statement there is bullshit.
People always used to live
that
in
is
their
the,
lives.
that's the most important ideology.
Well, my 2 cents is Mogadishu and all that is a Hawiya town, Hawiya city, Hawiya Dul. And if Hawiyas want to take back their city and kick out everybody else, power to them.
Bro,
what the hell is Mujahideen doing living in homes in Mogadishu?
Bro. Mogadishu is not a Hawiya city, okay? It's a city that the different Kabils have always lived there for hundreds of years.
Well,
right?
regardless.
Okay. So, and the problem
I already have a home. I'm not homeless. Me got if Dulbanta and Marayhan want to live in Mogadishu, then that's their business. Me got you know, like, but MJs, we're not homeless. We have Dulkana, Bari, all the way to North Mudug. That's more than we need.
Listen, anyone can come to Mogadishu. Mogadishu is
Mogadishu is international.
That's كلنا كده بنادي قبل that كلا دقن سكوتشيرو as well. But still, at the end of the day, like you're saying, like people never used to.
Would not have been a problem if Siad Barre was not discriminatory, you know, against the Hawis in Mogadishu and making it all about Kabils and giving all the houses and the homes to, you know, the other Darods.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, at the end of the day, Mogadishu is an international city. You can go there, live there. Nobody cares about your Kabil, you know, unlike other cities. It's the only city in Somali where, you know, you can blend in and nobody will ask about where you come from.
Yep. That's actually true. I will say that. That is true on that bit.
Yeah, quickly, I want to go back to what Rad was saying earlier. I truly believe Rad was saying was correct, you know, like if we would have chosen the Osmania script, yeah, we'll have more of an identity. Wow. I mean, Arabic is always going to be there. Well,
Maxi, you changed the subject so quick.
Come on, because we want to keep going on and on. Like,
Firi, look, Maxi, I agree. Osmania would have made us more cultured and more, traditional, so to speak, in Somali terms. Yeah, but
we would have been the
the
second
Latin
country in
script,
Africa to have our own
the Latin script, bro. But the Latin script is more international, as one of the other panelists said.
So is Arabic.
Yes, but Arabic is, religious
Arabic
terms
as well.
and so on. But I'm talking about
it's not even that,
I'm talking about
Arabic
in
is
a
just religious. It's literally it's used to speak, bro, and it's literally an alphabet. It's not just religion.
I do agree. That's why I say Arabic should also be an official language as well. I also think.
You're not an Arab.
Yes. No. What do you lot think of this? There should be a limit. There should be a limit on Arabic in terms of like culture and language. What do you think of that?
No.
All
I don't think
Somali
there should be.
all Somali
No.
parents, I believe, should name their kids Somali names, as would Ethiopian parents. What do you think of that?
Yo, I just want to give a shout out to the people in the comment. 90s baby. Yo, you guys can cry all you want. Yeah, Somaliland's always going to be a separate country. It's never going to change, and we're going to rise above.
Why is this guy crying all night, bro? Let it go. We have moved on from that subject.
It's just a comment, Musa. Don't get triggered.
Listen. I'm just making a small little comment. Why are you guys all triggered all of a sudden?
You're the one who's triggered.
I'm making
a comment.
You're derailing the thing, man. Just ignore the comment and just get back to the conversation.
Okay, can I at least make my
type?
comment?
No, but just type in the comment with him. You're going back and forth in there already. You're there firing shots at each other. Just go in the comment section.
What do you mean? I'm
Can we get to the point? Can we get to the point?
Okay, listen. Somaliland is always going to be a separate country. Simple as that.
Okay, Musa. All right, cool. Hey, Rad.
Cool.
Rad. No, me personally, it's a fact. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna get pissed off when I say this, but me personally, I believe, without question, Arabic is a far more superior language than Somali. But
rubbish.
I don't think
Rubbish.
No, don't be silly. But Arabic has, first of all, 12 million words. It's the language with the most range, one of the most scientific languages as well. With like I said, they got the biggest vocabulary, 12 million words. English has got like 600,000 words. No comparison. Description.
Somali,
but you have to understand, descriptive, poetic language. I think personally, Arabic should be made co-official language with Somali in Somalia.
No, I totally disagree.
And I think in Duxies, I think also they should teach Arabic as well, so that the kids know. They know what the hell they're reading when they're reading the Quran and they're saying Salah.
Arman, let me ask you a question. Why do we need Arabic to be the official language of our country? Somali is the official and dominant language that's spoken in Somalia and throughout the Horn of Africa. And Somali language is older than Arabic. And I'm not sure about, I've heard of 12 million words in Arabic, but that's a load of rubbish. I don't believe that.
It is.
And last of all, how come our neighbors in Ethiopia?
It's actually more,
I've got 12 million words.
Yeah, that's it, 12 million, yeah.
My point is,
somebody made a great comment in the, somebody made a great comment. He said Arabic Quran is different from Arabic language.
Yeah, because Arabic Quran is what's called Arabic Quran is what's called classic Arabic, bro. But near enough, yeah,
Arma, what do you think of like the Somali identity and names?
Yeah, I think also Somalis should name their children Somali names.
For example, Somali parent would rather name their kid Hamza than Hanad. How come Ethiopians don't have these problems in terms of their language, culture, and everything?
But this is the thing. This is what I'm going to
use a lot of Arabic names instead of using our old school Somali names. Like,
here's the thing.
Names nowadays,
Here's the thing. When a Somali names his son Hamza, Ali, Hassan, Umar, they don't name it because of this Arabic. They name it because of the Sahaba, and the family members of the Prophet.
There's also other names. Let me finish. There's no such thing.
The most common as well.
You don't see
other names of the prophets as well.
You don't see any Somali with a name like, what's one of them?
All my kids are getting Sahaba names and prophet names. Yeah, the names of the prophets and the names of the Sahaba, 100%.
We need to
What's
give,
the
you know.
Well, my point is, yeah,
You got
my
a
point I'm
problem with
trying
that?
to make, the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, like, why can't Somalis just stick to Somali names? They're tribal names in Africa. Like, let's compare our
You know,
neighbors, Ethiopia.
we also,
How would you
you
know
know,
if this person's Ethiopian or not?
Yo,
His
Rad,
name,
do you know your Abtirismo?
our
Do you
ancient
know your
names are, you know,
Abtirismo?
better. You know,
Rad,
if
do you
we
know
go
your
back,
Abtirismo?
you know, commenting on that,
Rad,
you know,
do you
our
know your
Abtiris.
do you know your
I know.
Abtirismo? No, I'm talking to Rad. Does he know his Abtirismo? Pretty much 90% of the names in your Abtirismo are literally from the Quran or the Sahaba and stuff like that.
No, that's not
No,
true.
no, 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 that's not true. See, that's
That
not
is
true.
not
Are you
true.
sure about that? Are you
See,
sure
by the
Because if
about
you
time
that?
you
go
reach
back,
the eighth name, yeah, it start changing to
yeah,
Somali names. We
yeah,
all know,
then
everyone
they
knows that.
become the old classic Somali names, you know. You know the most beautiful
Yep,
Somali names.
or pretty much 90% of my names are from the and Sahaba or the.
One of the
By the
rubbish,
time you reach
man.
the 6-7
You know
names,
why?
yeah, by the time you reach the 6-7 name, yeah, it's gonna
But
be
that's
a
different.
typical Somali
Listen,
name.
bro.
I'll name you
The reason why
Somali
is because
names.
Yeah,
but the
I've just
reason
read
why,
up to like 20 names, and 90% of them are literally
but the reason why
Arabic.
that is so, Musi, is because you guys claim to be from Sheikh Isaac. That's why. Okay, so you guys have taken out a lot more about the Arab lineage. You named.
You're talking about us in Somaliland. Alhamdulillah, 100%.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when it comes to us, you know,
That's not even
our
true.
names we have class.
Can't
Yeah,
help you
I
about
know, but that's not it. Get to that, you know, bro. Let's not get into that. But you know, a beautiful classic Somali name is Ayalne. Ayalne is a very old name. It was one of the deities of our, you know, the old Somali religion, Wah. And then Ayala means benevolent spirit, you know.
Doesn't it
You have
mean
such
angel or something?
no, it means a benevolent spirit. It's the good spirit.
Benevolent.
That's what it means.
But
Ayala,
why?
yeah.
How many of you lot would
You have classic Somali names, but definitely, you know, we need to name our
For
children.
example, these are the list of Somali names I like Sharamak, Abshir, Kuri, Dayak, Kaloli.
Yeah. Shamak is a beautiful name, absolutely.
Magol, Hodan.
Wardere, you know,
Hilla.
Galbete.
Wait, let me. I even have an entire book with filled with Somali names. Let me, you know, get it. I know.
Yo, fuck us, killer. Fuck Killer said it, bro. Oh man. Carry on, guys. Sorry.
But anyway, my point is, yeah, we should preserve our culture and language. That's all I'm gonna say. No to Arabic influence and no to foreign influence. Right out.
Yeah. Classic names, you know. You also have Furugban, Rarante, Nugale, Gurget, Somali. Somali is where we get our name from. You know, that's the old founding father. It means Somali. That's where the name Somali comes from. You also have Abtidon, Artan, Absuge, Arwale, Arman, Absame. Those are just the boys, you know. Then if you go to, you also have Bokhal, Bor, Baale. So many classic Somali names, you know.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum
Alaikum assalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bashir King.
Yeah.
If you go to my channel, there's a thing called the community. You can see the whole list of Somali boys' name in Somali original.
You know, I have a book. I have a book, man. I have a book.
Are they indigenous?
Somali names.
Indigenous.
Are they authentic?
Can I just make a
And
point?
let the brother come through. This brother
What's the
come
link
through.
that you said, Khalid?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on the other app. I'll send you the picture. But go ahead, Reeve. Come back. Come through, brother.
Yo, I just want to say, like, I don't think it's mutually exclusive to pick and choose between naming children Somali names, traditional Somali names, and naming children Islamic
You mean
names or
indigenous?
some.
You mean indigenous Somali names, Cushitic names?
Yeah. I don't think it's mutually exclusive to name a child a Somali name or a Islamic or, as others say, Arabic name, because I could have a couple of sons. I could name them Arwaq. I can name a son Zaid or Ja'far, because I know in my heart that Zaid and Ja'far have meanings besides the Arabic in the letters. That the meaning, the reason why I would name them is because I want to name them after great Sahabi. And I think that's what most Somalis name them for. We don't name them for just because they sound nice.
No, me, I want to name my kids because I want my kids to have Somali names, and I want them to know that they're from the Somali tribe. You get what I'm saying? And that's their
I
identity.
understand 100%.
Let me ask you a question.
I
If you
didn't
look at
say.
other, how would you know? Yeah, let me ask you a question. How would you know if you read an African name? How would you know this African comes from this particular part of Africa, or this African comes from this particular part of Africa? But if you were to name your, let me finish. I'll give you an example. No,
Okay,
I'll give you an
okay.
example. How
So
would you know
you're
if this
saying,
person?
wait, brother.
Can I finish? How would you know if this
Okay.
person is Somali if his name is Muhammad? But if you were to name, if his surname was Muhammad was Samad, you would know he's Somali. How would you know he's Somali? If there's two Somalis, they're both Somali.
Okay.
One is called Muhammad Muhammad, and one is called Muhammad was Samad.
All right. Shall I tell you how? Well, names don't constitute the fullness of one's culture. Culture does not just equal names. Culture equals mannerisms. Culture equals traditions. Culture equals.
How would you know if this person is
So
Greek,
there you go.
Italian,
It forms
Tamil?
our identity, you know. If you have a Japanese person and they're not named Abo Shinsei, but they're named James Wilson, like that's then you know. Oh, he's probably got it from his father is probably an Englishman, or he adopted the name of a white man.
But of course,
it's
you're
not
just
native
saying.
to the people. You know, that's what he's saying.
I understand what the brother is saying, but you have to understand that you don't just meet a person and just figure out from their name, his name is Muhammad, that means he's not Somali. Well, of course you're going to speak to him, of course you're going to learn about who the hell this guy is and what he's like, how does he talk, how does he portray himself, and then you can see for what he is.
But it's an identifier. That's what he's trying to say. The names of different
nevertheless, nevertheless,
return to tradition. For example, how would you know? It's all about identity. Identity is very important for me.
Okay, identity may be important for you, but you have to realize in history, in the thousands of years of human history, identity has been incredibly fluid. Migrations and change of religions, change of people's culture. It's been incredible.
Yes, migration. No,
let
me add something.
Not that much, bro. It depends.
So wait.
Where you live.
Okay, wait. So, in 1,000 years that we've been Muslim, have Somalis ever complained about name they killed Muhammad, which is, by the way, the greatest name the greatest name in this that has ever been uttered in this earth? Muhammad. Has a Somali ever complained about that? Why is a modern Somali complaining about that?
Because it's usually these Sayda-Waqists and secularists, and
see, this is the problem. You know what we need? We need the return to Tasawwuf. We need return to Orthodox Sunni
traditionalists? What about those people? What about the nationalists and the traditionalists who want to see?
I don't believe in nationalism, though. That's the thing. I don't believe in nationalism.
What's wrong with nationalism?
We have the rainbow ummah.
No. I don't believe in ummah. I do believe in an ummah-centric view, but I'm not stupid to believe that certain aspects of the ummah don't care, whatever. I believe in.
Well, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question.
Let him finish. Let the brother finish. Let him land.
Hey.
Let him get his point out and then ask him some questions.
Yeah. The reason why I don't believe in nationalism.
Brother? You got a fan on or something? Brother, who's got that background noise?
Is it me? Wait, let me just.
Yeah, I think it's you, bro. You got some weird. Where is that?
Is it loud?
There's something tapping.
Tapping? It might be my earphones I've got on.
Is someone typing?
It's like there's something vibrating. I don't know what it is. Like yeah.
You still got it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Do you want to try your headset?
So it stops when you mute.
Okay.
Yeah. What is that, bro? It's like something's flapping. It's broski.
Headphones.
It's like headset. Have you got any other headset? Have you got any other headsets or something?
Yeah, give me a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, because he's got a brilliant point. I wanted to get into his point there. What did Brother Bashir King say? The magic rainbow ummah.
No, it's the rainbow ummah. You know, you have a lot of Somalis who say,
No, but
we should not care about nationalism.
the thing I don't get is, bro, unless you're Arab, the ummah don't really care about you, which is clear. So that's the bit I don't understand, bro. Like, you know what? I know, like I say, yeah, go on, brother.
Wait, say that again, Khalid?
I said, bruv, the ummah right now, this ummah, Nabi Muhammad's ummah that we live here till now, they don't care about each other, bro.
They don't care about us or each other. Which one?
Huh?
Which one? They don't care about us as Somalis or each other. Which one?
Each other, including us. Everyone for themselves right now. Why would 15 Muslim nations? Can I just say? Now let me just explain to you. Let me see. This is the problem, people. Like, you know, just listen to our brother's point of view. Yeah, brother, it's working. Yeah, listen. Just let me land. Let me just land. Let me just break it down for you. Yeah. Why would 14 Muslim nations sign accords to China to get not involved in what's happening to Uyghurs? And you'd be shocked these Muslim nations actually signed it. So for me, there's Muslim people, but there's no Muslim ummah. In my angles, in my eyes, from what I see.
Guys,
you do know, Khalid. You do know that. Can I talk? Wow.
No, but we had a point. We had a point. We had a point there. Do you want to come back to it? Brother Reva, finish his point. Go on, and then we come back to the subject.
Yeah, we were talking about nationalism. So I would say I'm quite against nationalism. It was kind of brought upon us. Have you heard of the nation-state model created in 1648 by the Peace of Westphalia? It's a European model for European interests. How is it a European model? You have to look into Somali history and nationalism. You look, this is modern Somali history, though. Somali nationalism never really existed before colonialism.
That's true.
Okay, what was it? What was the region like before colonialism?
You had Adel, was a Gully state. You had the Juran.
Yeah, for example, go back to the history of the Middle Ages. Yeah, let's go back into Somali history and nationalism. Go back to it goes back to Adel. It goes back to Adel. It goes back to Adel and Juran.
The early times
was that a nationalist state?
Listen,
no, it's a religious state.
Listen, you guys.
Exactly,
I want you guys to understand something, yeah. And the Muslim Ummah, you can say all you want, yeah. The Muslim Ummah doesn't care, like certain and people don't care about certain people. Yeah, you can say that all day. That's probably true, yeah. But you have to understand something. The Muslim Ummah does not have a leader. There's no Khalifa. There's no leader. We're literally right now the Ummah. The best way to describe it is a headless body, basically. A head walking around, a body walking around with a head, basically. That's what we are. We need a leader. The Ummah needs a leader. It needs a Khalifa. That's the
Who's going to be the leader? I don't want to sound tribal. Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to be the leader?
Not you, and probably no one from your family. I don't know, bro.
I'm not interested. I don't want to be. Let me.
You don't want to. You don't even want to marry a single woman. What does it matter to you? Like, I think you've already left, bro. You don't even want to get married. You've left the deen in a way. You've already left. So I don't know
how do I know you're accusing me of living deen to? You may get on it said.
Let's stop the personal.
You see that, Khalid? You see that, yeah?
I'm kicking him out. Stop the personal. I'm kicking him, please. Don't stop the personal attack.
Finally.
Hey guys, got a question. Is Rad a girl? Just wanted that.
It's not a girl, bro.
Okay, all right. I don't know. Someone just made some mad takfir now. Allow it to takfir, guys. Come on.
Yeah, why is this guy making takfir on me? You don't even know me.
Takfir. Are they gonna it's gonna hide and yo man them? I'm just gonna let's just keep it nice. If people get emotional and they can't handle the talk.
No. He said something about my mum. I think I have the right to reply, Rad, yeah. And
please,
we can meet up, yeah. We can meet up, Rad, yeah. And you can say that to my face, yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sure. Meet me at the local Makayed, then we'll see about that.
Your little pussy hole behind
listen to apologize.
Yo,
guys. I know what you are, Radi. I know your type. I've seen your type many times. That you're snitch type. I know your type. Wallahi. I know. I've seen it. You're the snitch type.
But you don't know me.
I'll box
Musa,
you up, bro.
Musa,
I'll break your face into two.
Yo,
Literally.
just
Yeah,
listen,
Watch your
like,
mouth.
guys,
Keep
just
watch your
time out,
fucking mouth.
man. This on it, yo.
Pussy
Just calm down. I'm just gonna mute you guys up and put you in the background.
I think I have a right to say that. I think I have a right to say that.
Just say yes.
Anyone
lay
chat
out
shit
now.
about my family? Everyone chat shit about my family. Remember, I'm
Yo,
coming for you.
bro. Just
Chat shit about my family. I'm coming for you. That's all I'm
this
saying,
is
bro.
internet, fam.
Chat shit about my family. I'm coming for you.
Just yo.
You can chat shit about me. Listen, you can chat
No
shit
one's
about
chatting
me.
shit. Yo, just chill out.
Enough,
man.
man.
Trying
Calm
to hear
down.
this guy,
Calm down, bro.
Calm down.
Take a breather. Listen, that you should apologize to wala dadka hooyada lama caayan regardless of what, bro. You should apologize.
Rad, ninka rally geli, bro. Hooyadiisna ilaan ay soo dhimatay. Isagana takhfiirkana is fucking dangerous as well. Rally geli, bro. That's it.
Boss, I apologize for eyeing your Hoya, but mark my words, I'm gonna dox you.
Okay, enough. Let's carry on. Let's carry on
with the talk. Nationalism.
Listen, you see, return to tradition. He made a good point. Before 1960, we were never the so-called Somali unified entity. There was never one. We were all split into different kingdoms, Ajuran, Adil. So on the early time before 1960, when Somalis had some remembrance of unity, so to speak, was during the jihad of the Adil wars with Ethiopia, where every clan and kabil came together and went marching on the Ethiopian highlands. That was the only time. And that was what? Religion that united us. Not Afghania, Hebeliya, Tolkasi, Tolkan. So I agree with return to tradition on that one.
100%.
But we can't afford
nationalism is something that is just by chance that you're born into. So it's just retarded when you think about it. Taking pride in something that you've had nothing to do with and was just by chance.
But so is kabil.
And kabil, yeah, I agree with that as well.
Yeah. So it's not. So you have to take something pride in it. It's it's something that unites people. We don't have a choice, honestly. Although if you say, Somalis have never been united.
I'm not criticizing nationalism. I'm not saying that we should. There's no such thing as Somali or Somali nationalism. We've got to make the best of what we've got.
Yeah, I hear people saying that. Saying Somalis have never been united. The only time we've been united.
Do you consider Sayyid Abdullah Hassan a nationalist?
Sayyid Abdullah Hassan.
Yes,
bro,
do you think a Muslim should be broken his honor?
That guy, he had a noble cause, but again, he was the Al-Shabaab of his time. I'm going to say this. Yeah, it was all noble fighting against the British. This is where I draw the line. Fight against the British colonialists, that's a good thing. Kill thousands of Somalis, even his own clan. Now that's where I draw the line in the sand.
He did not.
No, but where's your evidence, Arma? Even did you know people from my tribe?
Bro, that guy
people from my
butchered.
tribe hate him. No, but
Bro,
even
that
people from my tribe hate him.
That guy butchered Dulbantes. He butchered Bajartans. He even butchered his fellow Ogadens.
Dulbantes, bro.
Yes.
80% of his troops were Dulbante. What are you talking about?
And he slaughtered. Yes, regardless, and he still slaughtered a lot of Dulbante and a lot of Bajartans.
He did not slaughter a lot of Dulbante.
Especially
he slaughtered the ones that followed the Adans, basically. Simple as that.
The thing is, what the British
he slaughtered the ones. He slaughtered the ones that didn't follow him. And let me tell you guys a good story. Brothers, let me tell you a good story. Brothers, let me tell you guys a good story that shows the kind of person the Sayyid was, yeah? So he goes to Ail. You know Ail in Nugal? Okay? Now Ail is settled by Issa Mahmouds, yeah, Majartans. So he goes to Ail with his army, and then he gathers all the elders, yeah? And then he goes to them. So he said something along the lines of, call me Abo, yeah? Call me Abo or Sayyad or something like that. And then one of the elders said, we do not have a culture of calling other men who are not our biological fathers Abo. Then do you know what the guy did? He slaughtered the whole town. The whole ale. He slaughtered everybody.
That's propaganda, man. That's probably one of the
No,
comments
that's
made by
fact.
you.
Where did you get that? Can you give us a source?
probably a gabay. Wallah, it's probably a
No,
gabay.
no,
No.
it's
Please,
not
no.
covered.
Give me a
Bro,
source,
this
bro.
story
Because
is common knowledge from the people of Ayr. If you go to El today in Somalia, they will tell you this is what the
Arma, you're
Sayyid did.
swallowing British propaganda.
He's
Even the
sorted.
British tried to say, no, but even the British tried to say that you
Bro,
cannibalize this people.
guys, you know what? This guy, everything he did, yeah, he wrote his own poems about them. Marka taragga geedka hoostiisa ku dilay oo qabiilka ka dilay wuu qoray. He put in his own poems. Like.
Sahib, this guy slaughtered the whole village because they didn't call him Abo.
Listen, I know who you're talking about. This lie, this propaganda was written by the British soldier in northern Somalia called Douglas Jardine. Okay, he wrote a book called The Mad Mullah of Somaliland, and where he exaggerates all these brutalities of the mullah. Remember, this guy was an administrator for the British colonialists in Berbera. So he wrote a book in 1923 where he talked about the Sayyid in his actions, and he's the one who coined the term the Mad Mullah. So these stories of the mullah killing innocent women, killing entire tribes, they're all exaggerated, man.
Yeah, I think
I'm not denying that.
100%. I think so.
With the British
I am
because remember the newspapers that used to come out in Britain around the same time, and they used to portray this guy as a mad mullah.
And the Ottomans wanted to back him as well. They wanted to back him, but I think it was Italy that and cut communications with them. So.
Guys,
the
you see
Italians
me,
intercepted the letters. The Italians intercepted the letters between the Ottomans and the Sayyid, so they never formed a proper alliance. But what you need to understand is this, Arma. The British they used to give a lot of weapons to the other kabils to the other kabils there, and then they would declare war on the Sayyid, and that's why a lot of time he was fighting against other Somali kabils, even though he just wanted to fight against the British. And the reason he was fighting against them, it's not because he wants to.
Remember how the whole campaign started, basically. He came back to the country and he saw what's happened to the country and he didn't like it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, he said,
yeah, it wasn't only him,
this is
though.
your
It
land,
was
but you don't control
a
it.
fair amount of people that didn't like what was going on. Like, it was literally going the Gal way, the Gal mentality.
But you know what?
He was literally he was away for like
also,
9 years.
a lot of the tribes that he fought against,
studying. He was going around the Arab countries studying. He was away for a long time. So when he came back and he saw those missionaries, that's when his campaign started. But he didn't start straight away. He went to Odayash Qabilada. He was going to this Habarchunis. There's a famous, I can't remember, Sheikh Noor or something. Yeah, from another tribe as well.
His closest advisors when the whole Derwish movement started, they were Isaks. But later on, he got into a lot of wars with the Isaks not because he wanted to kill them.
Mad Mullah was Ilaka.
No, there's because the
no, he was OG.
Remember the Isaac split as well.
His two commanders, his closest commanders, they were Isaacs, One of was Habari Awad and the other was Habar Jallo. But what you need to understand is this, when he started fighting against other Qabils, it's because he was on their land fighting against the British, and so a lot of the farmlands was getting destroyed, and so the people did not like it. The other Qabils did not like it, so they declared war on the Sayyid, and they got a lot of weapons from the British. He never wanted to fight against other Somali Qabils. He just wanted to fight against the British. But they were fighting against him.
So they allied with the British,
Yeah. So they started writing all these ridiculous poems, accusing him of things, of killing innocent people. Remember that story where it says the Sayyid put 66 men to death because he thought they were contemplating desertion? Or the one that says he put 600 women to death because he thought, they did not pray. All these crazy stories, they were invented by the British, man. None of them are true. If you want to know the proper history of the Sayyid, I'll suggest 2 books for you, brother, Arma. Divine Madness by Sheikh Abdi Abdi. And the other one is called, let me get my books. I have it here, right here. The oral poetry of Sayyid Muhammad Abdullah Hassan by Said S-Samatar. And
see, that's good. What's that oral poetry? What do you say that one's called? The oral poetry.
The oral poetry of Sayyid Muhammad Abdullah Hassan.
And that's like everything he wrote about every incident. Like, remember, he used to write about everything, the contacts we used to have with the Adans.
I'm not gonna lie, we need another Mad Mullah. The South definitely needs another Mad Mullah, I think.
Guys, be careful of saying such things. You know what the current climate we're in? Do you know what the current climate we're in with Al Qaeda and ISIS and these Kharijites?
The Sayyid was not an extremist, bro. Stop saying that.
No, but most I'm talking to you in particular. What you say, G, because a lot of people could take that the wrong way. Like,
a lot of people. I mean, if their perspectives are wrong and they see like and they believe the Western propaganda, that's their problem, bro.
Okay, well, if you get a knock from the you know, the alphabet people, then we got to decide.
Do you think I care? Do you think I care about the MI5? I really don't give a monkeys about
be
them.
careful what you say, Bashar.
I don't care. Listen, I've already said it. I think I'm.
You need to kick them out of Hargeisa first.
Listen. Yeah, I will soon enough. I will. I've even said it. Like, if the USA try and attack Somaliland, I'm going back to Somaliland and picking up an AK-4. I'll say it again live on the stream. That's what I'm gonna do. MI5, government, UK. That's what I'm gonna do. Literally, if you invade my country, I'm doing that. I don't care what they do to me. Like you guys can be pussies all your life. You only live once.
But free Aldon though. Free Aldon first.
Who's Aldon? I don't know who that is.
See, you don't even know the back. You don't know the background of that story as well. We even had a topic. We discussed it one time. Aldon.
No, I don't know stuff, bro. But yeah, you guys can't be afraid of these cunts anyway, man. Yeah, and we like you guys probably think like the West is like the land to earn money. You can earn money in any land you go to. You know, you can just move to any other countries in the Africa or the West and earn your money over there. You don't need to live here. You don't need to like take their bullshit every time and shit. Fuck these guys, man.
Well, it's true.
Don't need to take their bullshit, bro. Don't need to take their bullshit.
So why are you here then? Why don't you do Hijra?
I'm waiting for them to kick me out. Why do you think I just made that statement, Khalid? I'm waiting for them to kick me out.
You know,
he wants that free ticket back home.
Is it serious?
He wants that free ticket back home. It's all economic. Smart.
But listen though, Musa, what don't make sense, like, listen, the whole tactics of Gala, how I divide and conquer, innit? And you're pushing the divideness. Like,
listen, I know for a fact, I know for a fact they don't want me to go back. Well, I know that for a fact. They don't want me to. Trust me, they don't. The Shaydans don't want me to go back. No one wants me to go back. Trust me. I'm just saying. No one wants me to go back. Trust me.
Well, we have to go back. There's too much Quram and Watan Khan. You have to go back. We'll be forced to go back.
Yo, Dr. Rad, if you go back, you're going to be forced to marry a woman, dude. I'm going to get on you every time you speak. I'm going to get on you on that. You need to marry a woman.
Personal with him. If you want to ask him about any topic, every time, don't think.
No, if a man tells me he's not going to marry a woman.
Is that Maverick? Where, big up.
Yo, assalamu alaikum. And if someone says to me, they're not gonna marry a woman, I'm gonna have sorry, but I'm gonna just say they're gonna cause corruption or like some bullshit in the land.
Hey, Rad, can I ask you a question? Rad.
Yes.
Did you say that? Did you say that?
Say what?
He's not gonna marry a woman. Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
No, wait. Most. Let me speak to the guy. Did you say that you're not gonna marry a woman?
No, I said I would love to marry a woman, but I have no interest in getting married.
Why is that? Are you just not you don't feel like you're set up in life yet, or?
Well, I'm not set up, and I'm just not ready yet. Maybe in 20 years I'll marry.
All right, fair enough. All right, there you go, Moss. Leave the guy alone.
You're gonna be like 50 years old. What?
Why do you care this bad?
It's good that, boss, man. Just leave the guy. Leave Wilk alone. You know what I mean? Hey, Moss, look. Anyway,
if I was a rich man, right? You know what I'll do if I was a rich man, if I was the Habshil, do you know what I'll do? How many countries are there in the world?
Let me guess, you're going to get a wife from everyone?
No, I'd like to basically get a woman, spend, let's say if I was a billionaire, spend 100,000, go to 100 and something countries, spread my seed, marry each woman and spread my seed, and write an autobiography in 20 years about my life.
Firstly, you're only limited to marrying 4. You can't marry more than 4. So.
You sound like.
Hey, look at Kabil Kisura and nobody, Kabil Kisa Langa Abialo, he was to make them a lot.
But one thing I'm afraid of, I do not want to be like the mans who be on Vice being exposed. Nigga that wahas.
Hey, forget being exposed, man. Just don't try to get any STDs, yeah?
Who says I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna do it artificial semination. Won't I?
Artificial art. Then what's the point then?
To
Bro,
avoid what you just told me.
Bro, just say you're asexual, innit? Then everybody can move on.
Yeah, I know. I think he said
I
that to
ain't
him
no
last
fucking
time. Miss
elf. Are you
Hirsi.
mad, man? Are you mad?
Miss
I'm not
Hirsi said
fucking
that to him.
asexual. Who said that to me
So
before?
that was last time, a couple of months ago. Sister said that to you on a stream. Like some people are asexual, like yeah, like
But I'm
dremel
not
in it.
asexual.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yo, Maverick,
Yo,
why did
Maverick.
you come on? What's going on, Maverick? He's quiet. He's quiet. I've never seen him this quiet. This is weird. This is strange.
Yo, is Maverick on it? Yo, is Maverick here tonight?
It might not even be him. It might be someone else.
So who's Mr. X? Mr. X, reveal yourself. Huddle.
Yo, peace, man. What you man saying?
Oh, it is him. He's chewing on like loud or something.
What's happening? What's happening? Can you not hear me?
Good, good. Yes, Mr. X, state your name, state your ends.
Real kind of income crypty and got a line, bro. Whether he wants to get married or not, like, what's it to do with anyone?
What do you mean? What's it to do with anyone?
It's only Musa. Go ahead.
We'll pass that conversation. But why did you come on? What's going on? What's on your mind?
Huh?
What's on your mind? Why did you come on?
Not every day you come across men being concerned about other men's marital status. You know what I mean?
Well, shouldn't you? Wait, Maverick, wouldn't you be concerned, yeah, if a man lived next to you and like he's never gonna marry another woman? He's never gonna marry a woman.
Good to say. Thank you, man. More options for me, wallahi.
Wait. Please explain to me
Where do you think he's gonna stick his penis?
Wow, quiet, bro.
He's sticking it somewhere. I'm sorry, but I have to be a bit vulgar. Where do you think he's gonna stick his penis?
Listen, now I'm scared he might be a homosexual, bro. Like,
hold on, one second.
Most, you're acting fruity. Most, you're not acting fruity. Fruity at the high.
1 second, let me ask him a question, man. I need to. Well, this is very.
No,
strange.
for all you know, yeah, he could have a doll, yeah, he could have a sex doll.
Hey, let the man answer. Let the man answer the question. Go on, answer the question, X.
I'm trying to ask him a question. I just want to know. You said where he's sticking his dick, blah blah blah. Mahakagali. Why are you even thinking about where he's sticking his dick?
That's a good question.
Here's the thing that you don't understand.
You're fucking weird. You're weird. Wallahi, you'll be like weird out to high.
Let me answer, man. Come on.
Let him answer.
Maverick, here's what you don't understand yet, and that guy is living next to you. Like you're gonna see him. He's gonna interact with you somewhere on the street. You get what I'm saying? Like he lives in your ends. You get what I'm saying?
So what?
Are you a faggot? Why do you care?
Is he gonna rape me? I don't understand. Like, what are you on?
If you guys don't care, that's you, innit? You don't care if another like batty man is next to you in the next.
No, but see now you just okay. Wait.
So now you're fucking accusing me now. Making us
Raj.
But it is odd, isn't it odd? That a man says he's not gonna marry another woman, isn't it odd?
Well, listen. Going back to you kind of went up a gear there. You just went to from no marriage to homosexual. Like, how did you do that?
Well, I didn't. You guys went to it. I didn't do it. You guys went to that. But I can go with that. Say if in your guys' view, yeah, you guys don't mind living next to a homosexual, right? Is that what you're saying? You don't mind.
Why are we talking about homosexual? I thought we were talking about.
Wait,
man who's not married.
Wait, you guys said you don't mind if you're living next to a homosexual. Am I right or am I wrong?
Nobody said that.
Wait, who's talking
okay,
about
so
that?
you guys, so it does affect you guys then. It does affect you guys.
How? How does someone not wanting to get married affect me?
Wait.
How?
Okay, you guys are literally baffling me. You're just all over the place. Are you bothered by another man?
How does it affect you, Musa? How does it affect you?
What? He's living next to me. I'm interacting with him on the street. What do you mean? How doesn't it affect me?
So what are you saying? You will only interact with people that are married. Is that what you're saying? Like, what is this, bro?
Okay, just answer the question, guys. Yeah, I think Maverick already answered it. He said it bothers him.
Whoops, can I say
Bashir
something?
said it says
I
it
think you've
bothers
been
him.
watching too much Pornhub.
Wait. Two of you says it bothers you, but the rest of you, I'm guessing it doesn't bother you that a homosexual is living next to you.
I think, bro, are you trying to have a conversation with us?
Why
Or
are
trying
you
to, like,
keep bringing up homosexuals, bro? Well, like now
You
I'm
guys
concerned
brought it
about
up.
you,
I
man.
didn't bring it up. Why are you acting like I brought it up? Wallahi, they're literally
You-
trying to
No,
project.
no, brother.
They have
No, you're-
nothing to refute
Bruv,
my
I beg you, go
arguments.
listen to
So
yourself,
instead, they
innit?
got
No,
round
bruv.
in circles. They
Nah,
got round in
nah,
circles
bruv.
because
Stop
they got nothing
screaming.
to
Hey,
refute
brother,
my
I
arguments.
beg you, stop screaming.
What the
I'm
fuck
Stop
are you saying?
screaming.
Khalid,
Stop
when we
screaming.
can have a normal
Yo, Khalid,
conversation,
I
let
know
me know,
you're
bro.
Khalid, I know
Bruv,
you're bigging up
stop
anyway.
screaming, bro.
I'm not. Why is he saying
Bruv,
like
I'm wearing
I'm
my
not
headsets,
screaming?
bruv. You cause you're bruv, wallah, please. I'm not gonna start yelling at 11, yeah. Shaitan kaskana. Let's have this. You're the guy. Go listen to yourself. No one bought about it, man. You're the first guy to bring that up.
No, I didn't bring it up. Actually, you can go look it up yourself. What I said was he's sticking his penis in something. Basically, if he's not sticking it in a woman, he's sticking it in something, and that bothers me. Like a man
How do
living
you
next to
know?
me,
How
like
do
a
you
man
know?
living next to me, like a man living next to me and sticking his penis in any other place, but in a woman, it bothers me 100%.
But how do you
And
know
if it
these
doesn't
things,
bother you
bro?
guys, then that's you. But it bothers
But
me.
how do you know where his penis is, man? Are you keeping a watch?
Oh my god! He just said that he doesn't want to marry another woman. That's
So-
literally the evidence.
I said I had no interest in getting married. That's why I told you.
Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah said that. Well, Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah never married a woman. Is he inclined to
You think
Sheikh who?
Ibn Taymiyyah? He never
Sheikh
married a woman.
Taymiyyah.
Is that
Remained
Who
single
is
his
that?
whole
Who
life.
is that? Who is that?
He's a sheikh.
He's a
very,
sheikh from where? I don't know him.
No,
There's a dozen sheikhs
he's one of the
living
most
today.
important sheikhs of the modern world, of the modern era.
When?
You know?
When
I don't
did
follow
he?
him
Is he
personally,
dead?
but it's
Is
just
he dead? Is he dead? Is he
yeah.
alive?
He's from the
Ibn
no, he's
Taymiyyah.
from the Middle Ages.
He's from the
Oh, no,
Middle
sorry.
Ages. And at
He's from
what
the Middle
age did
Ages,
he
yeah.
die? And at what age did he die?
60,
About 60 something.
60
65.
something, and he never got married to a single woman.
Yeah.
No.
And
no,
he
you fuck.
He's a
wait.
very
So
important
what did
sheikh
he
in
do?
Islam.
So what did he
He's-
do? He didn't get married to a single. So he's never had sex his whole life. 63.
Probably
I don't
not,
know.
Probably not.
Probably.
Probably not.
I'm just
Probably not.
I'm just putting it out there, just as a fact there. I'm not really part of the conversation. I'm just
No, I can probably say he never committed any sin now.
Okay,
Right,
so
he
it's
was
good
a-
to know where you guys are coming
But
from,
with
though.
zina, but
You
what's the
guys,
point?
yo, Maverick, yeah. Your argument was that basically, and well, you have nothing to. I think I won the argument. Did I win the argument? I won. I literally won the argument. Great.
is X the heretic that says that you can't follow the Sunnah?
Yeah.
I know he says.
I don't know about heretic.
Wait, hold on.
I think he just.
Just
Hold
like,
on.
yo, I'm
He
Musa,
on
just
some
mute
points,
up your
but he
button,
can't
man. Shut up and mute up, man.
Yo, one second. What's with the name
Come on.
calling though? What's with the name calling?
Okay, but according to Ahlul Sunnah, you are a heretic. I didn't say you are a non-Muslim. You are a heretic.
Okay, but I don't
According to Ahlul
understand why.
Sunnah.
Listen.
It's not a name call though.
When are you a heretic?
It's not a name call though.
But when are you a heretic?
It is. Listen, the term heretic is not a compliment, is it? What do you mean it's not a name call? Of course, it's not. It's not a compliment. What the hell?
Who is he calling a heretic?
And secondly, bro, can we have a conversation? And secondly, when you say according to Ahlul Sunnah is a criteria for whom? Why would you use? It's like me saying according to Christians you're a heretic. Does that make sense?
Listen. I want you to do something for me. Can you please read Surah Al-Fatiha? Just read it now.
Why would I do that?
Okay, can you please read Surah Al-Fatiha? It's very easy.
Why are you ignoring what I just said to you? I said, why would I do that? You're speaking to an adult and you're saying, read Fatiha. Like,
okay.
What's wrong
It's an experiment. I want to try something out.
And do I look like your guinea pig? Now, how stupid are you, bro? Like, listen to what you're saying. I want to experiment on you, and I want you to participate. What do I look like to you?
Yeah. No, but the thing is, though, I want to see.
Okay, so what about Surah Al-Fatiha? What's
Okay, you know,
Okay, because there's a verse in Surah Al-Fatiha.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna be dead serious. I'm not having my night ruined. If there's an adult that wants to talk to me, I'll talk to him. I won't talk to no kids, fam.
No, let's have a debate though, Maverick.
No, he mentioned Surah Al-Fatiha.
It's not a debate.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me.
Who are you trying to prove?
Listen.
Khalid, I don't have a problem with having a conversation. It's just that the
Yeah.
conversation has to have a certain decorum. You don't speak to an adult and say, I'm trying to run an experiment. I need you to participate by reading Al-Fatiha. I'm a grown-ass man. Who are you talking to?
Okay, the
Brother, I believe you have aggression issues.
Return of tradition. Let me ask a question to Rotan. No, I want to ask him a question.
No.
Let me ask him return. Let me ask a question.
He
I'm
mentioned
gonna be
Surah
on Maverick on
Al-Fatiha.
this.
No, brother. He mentioned Surah Al-Fatiha. What about Surah Al-Fatiha?
Okay, let
there's
me
a
give
verse in Surah
Rashid that. You know
Al-Fatiha.
what? Sorry, brother. Let me give Rashid the low down. Brother, Maverick here, he doesn't believe in the Sunnah or the Hadith. You know, he's a Hadith rejecter.
Who's Maverick? Which
I think
name?
brother obviously knows who he is. He wants to ask him a question. So I'll give you a bit of context of where it's going.
Okay.
So what does Surah Al-Fatiha mean? Go ahead. Explain to us. Revert to tradition.
Okay, so there's a verse in Surah Al-Fatiha. Everybody should know if you read Salah 5 times a day. Okay, so you say Maliki Yawmiddin. Now there's like 2 ways of saying that verse, and I want to know which way X says it. So yeah, that's all really.
Also,
return to tradition. Hey, you guys, if X reads Surah Fatiha, he'll turn to flames. That's why he doesn't want to read it.
Wait.
No.
Wait. So Malik Yawmiddin. Okay. What about it? So somebody reads it differently. What do you mean they read it differently?
Yeah, because the Malik and Malik. So there's another way of reading it. You say Maliki Yawmiddin. Now the word Malik and Malik are 2 different words, owner and sovereigns. Okay. Now I want to know which way X reads the ayat.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Malik. Here it says the most compassionate, the most merciful. So where do you see? What did you say?
Malik and Malik.
Malik. Okay, so what meanings do they have? Did you say? You said
owner and sovereign.
I don't see anything.
Or king
about
and
owner.
sovereign. Oh no, sorry, owner and king or sovereign. Either way.
There's nothing about that. Where
it
did
is.
You get that
if you read.
Where did you get that?
It is.
Bismillah. Okay.
It is. Look at it.
Bismillah ar-Rahman. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. I see the most compassionate, the most merciful. Where do you get that Lord and owner?
That's not the translation of the ayah. You're reading a different ayah, the translation of a different ayah.
It is. No, it is.
No, okay, please.
Which translation are you using? I have the translation, which one I'm using.
You just read one. Brother, Walal, you just read the translation of one verse. That's not the verse I'm looking for. I'm looking for a different verse.
You said Surah Al-Fatiha. This is the verse of Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but there's like 7 verses in Surah Al-Fatiha. You read the translation of one verse. I want the translation for the verse that I'm talking about. Malik Yawmiddin.
But that's the translation. Malik Yawmiddin.
It isn't. Okay, other brothers, please find the translation for Malik Yawmiddin.
Bro, I have it
Thank you
here
very
by
much.
Dr. Mustafa Khattab, the clear Quran. Okay, it says the most compassionate, the most merciful.
Is that okay? What verse is that?
Malik Yawmiddin.
Are you sure?
Bro, I'm
So revert until Maverick comes back.
Okay. Sorry. Where's the guy? I got it wrong. Bismillah. No, I got it wrong. It says master of the day of judgment. Master. Malik Yawmiddin means master of the day of judgment.
Okay,
I
so
confused
it
it with
has
the other
a
one.
few. Okay.
Yeah, I confused it with Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you
So
very
yeah,
much.
but
See,
so Malik
master,
Yawmiddin, yeah,
king,
master of the day of judgment.
Malik, and Malik. Now, most people say Malik, but there's also the way of saying Malik. They both have
Okay.
different meanings. Now, according to X, there's only one meaning for every single word in the Quran. One meaning only.
That's not true.
And there's only one, not just one meaning, one way of saying it. And one way of saying every word in the Quran.
That is not true. You know, things can have multiple meanings. What's in the Quran?
Exactly, but X doesn't accept that.
I wonder what cat. Yeah, what's going on, X man?
Even the
What I
word
want to
Imam,
know
you
with
know,
X.
has multiple meanings. Did you
No,
know
the
that?
thing is, the thing with X is that he believes that there's only one way to pronounce that ayah, and that every other way is not right. But the thing is, he has to prove that from the Quran, because the Quran says that that the book has been preserved. Now, if there's other ways of saying the word and which have different meanings, that means Allah, a'udhu billah, has got it wrong. Yeah. Now he has to prove from the Quran that what we're doing contradicts the Quran.
Okay. I don't know, man. What's going on? Your cat? He's quiet. He's very quiet. So I don't know, I think he's on his way home or something. But boy, why did you call him?
He just doesn't want to be refuted. He's been refuted so many times, and he's got no backup.
Okay, enough. Yeah.
It's conferring.
Anyway,
it's conferring.
It's fine anyway.
What did you call him when you came on, though?
What, me?
Yeah.
The heretic.
Yeah, what's that heretic, if you don't mind me? I don't, you know, for the...
No, the heretic is just someone who goes against orthodox positions. Yeah. Like, for example,
No.
Shia.
A heretic is somebody who does not believe in God, but, you know, practices the... No, that's what the word heretic
Not
means.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Shia are heretic. So are Mu'tazila. So are Khawarij.
It's a person who believes in hearsay, basically.
So somebody who practices heresy, you know, meaning things that contradict.
Heresy, it could be something that goes against orthodox positions.
Yeah, that's the meaning of a heretic.
Yeah.
So Shias are heretics, you say?
Yeah.
What about Sufis? Huh?
No, Sufis are Ahl Sunnah.
Whoa. Sufis
I'm a Sufi.
Don't listen, bro. Sufis, yeah.
Okay, then if you're Sufi, right?
Sufis are just Sunnis who put more emphasis on spirituality and other things, you know. They don't have
No, but you got like the Salafis that got big problems with them, and the Wahhabis, they probably got issues.
Salafis are not orthodox.
Guys, I'm gonna need to go for a moment and come back. So before I do, I just want to quickly resolve that question that people seem to think is a killer question. And to resolve that, let me just tell you guys this, just so you guys understand what this whole conversation is about. This whole conversation has nothing to do with positions, meaning whether one is Sunni or whether one is a quote-unquote Hadith rejecter. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever. Believe it or not, and this is what I find amazing, it is a simple matter of literacy, and I'll prove it to you. If you look at the chapter of, I think it's chapter 114, we'll prove it to you. Very simple, but you have to care about the education you got in school. If you don't care about the education you got in school, then there's no evidence I can bring you that's going to satisfy you. So it's literally based on whether you care about education or not. So with that said, if you look at قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, it starts off as the following. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس. The term ملك الناس means the king of mankind. That is an indefinite statement. There is no limit to that statement whatsoever. As long as human beings exist, God is the king of mankind. You understand? So with that being the case, the fact that God is already the king of mankind, what you cannot have linguistically is a king of a day. Because the king of a day is specific, and a king of mankind is indefinite. You cannot have the two. I'll even give you a falsification test to make it easier for you. If something is the case all of the time, then you do not need to specify it. The moment you specify anything, then something is not the case all of the time. So if you say that God is the king of the day, if you make it that specific, then you are literally saying that there are days when God is not the king. This is based on language, literacy, irrefutable. I'll leave you guys with that little education for now. See you guys in a moment.
Wait. So Al-Fatiha says Maliki Yawmiddin. Qul A'udhu Birabbil Nas says Malikin Yawmiddin. So there are two different words that are used. So what's the confusion? And
I think he's left. He said he's coming back. He said he's
okay. So I have it here right now. I'm confused. So
I gotta go.
Maliki Yawmiddin means the master of the day of judgment. Okay. Malikin Nas means the God of humankind. So what's the confusion? Who brought it up? It was, I think, Maxi Rodriguez.
No, I think it was Revert Tradition tried to catch.
Oh, Revert.
Basically,
Okay.
what he tried to do is catch the Hadith rejector out.
Wait, he's an Hadith rejector?
Yeah, Maverick's a Hadith rejector, man.
SubhanAllah. He does know that basically means you have left the religion if you reject the Hadiths. It's a universal consensus, that all the Imams and all the Sheikhs have come to say, if you do not believe in the Sunnah, you're basically a kafir, wallahi.
Yeah, but Bashir, man, be careful making takfir, wallah.
No, I'm not making takfir on him. I'm just saying that there is a consensus amongst the scholars that says, if you don't believe in the Sunnah, that means you're not a Muslim. You have left the religion. You can't just pick and choose what part of the deen you believe in. The Quran and the Hadiths are, they are the two things that Muslims need to believe in. The fullness and completeness of both, and the authority of both. I can send you the link, if you want, about the consensus of the sheikhs.
I know. You might as well send that to me later on, bro. But fuck it, no, it's been an interesting one. I'm gonna wrap it up there because tomorrow's a work day, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday night. Hopefully, we've got a big subject for you. It's a heated one. Hopefully, I've got some sister panelists coming in. I've got a couple of sisters coming in to talk about this subject, but we're going to be talking about why do modern Western Somali women hate their culture and men. So, guys, like I said, stick around. Yo, Bashir, wait there for us. We're going to do after studio, yeah? So,
how many minutes?
Yeah, well, after studio. I do have don't give, I'll go dig in. And where is it?